at icpas.org/CPA. Brought to you by the Illinois CPA Society.
Mom, the garage door won't open. I'm going to be late for practice.
Garage door problems?
Green Tea Services.
Hi, it's Tonya Khoury for my family business, Green Tea Services. You need our garage door maintenance special. Our trained technicians come to your home to adjust the springs, check the cables, inspect the rollers, tighten hinges, and give your door and opener a complete lubrication. All for just $47.
Service to a Green Tea.
Don't wait for your garage door to fail. Call for our $47 garage door maintenance special. Call Green Tea now for details. 630-977-7777.
Now if Green Tea Services could only do my homework.
Green Tea Services, service to a Green Tea.
630-977-7777.
630-977-7777 or greenteaservices.com.
There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Hyundai's award-winning lineup of cars, SUVs, hybrids, and EVs put your safety first with available class-exclusive features like digital key and remote, smart parking assist, plus America's best warranty. See your local Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealer or visit HyundaiUSA.com today. Back here on the FanDuel Sportsbook Chicago Blackhawks pregame show on 720 WGN. Hawks Blue Jackets coming your way at the top of the hour, the last game before we head into the Olympic break. And before we go over to Nationwide Arena and bring in Steve Conroy to help us preview tonight's game, let's do a look at the jerseys sponsored by Suits 2020. Stop by their men's clothing superstore to check out the selection of suits, tuxes, shirts, ties, shoes, and more. Visit suits2020.com. The Blackhawks are back in their road white uniforms with the centennial patch above the right side of their jersey. And the Blue Jackets are in their home dark jerseys, the navy blue combo with the navy blue jerseys, navy blue helmets, navy blue socks, and then they got the red pants for the Blue Jackets. All right, let's head over now to Columbus and bring in our guy, Steve Conroy. Steve, we got one more game. We know some of we know a lot of the guys have vacation plans, but there's a business to take care of first tonight against Columbus.
Yeah, I think they all realize it's an important game. The coaching staff's been stressing that, and you don't want to fall into that trap to think about, heading south or wherever these guys are heading, and to get ahead of yourself. So they took care of business against the San Jose Sharks. I think they realize they're up against a tough team here tonight, and they've got to be ready because you could get hurt. These Columbus Blue Jackets, they're big, they're burly, they like to finish their checks. So, they realize they have to be ready, and I'm looking forward to it.
If anything, it maybe feels like some motivation where tonight is wrapping up a 21 games and 40-day stretch. It's almost like you get a couple weeks off after this, so empty the tank tonight, pick up 2 points, and hopefully they can go into the break on a positive note.
Well, I think it's got to be, and I think you look at the other team too, Charlie, and they played last night. So this is the second of a back-to-back, but they've also played 4 games in the last 6 nights. I mean, the Blackhawks aren't that far behind. They played 3 games the last 6 nights, but it's been a real tough stretch. Well, I shouldn't say tough stretch because they've played really well, but for the Columbus Blue Jackets, it's been a busy stretch, and games, they multiply upon themselves, and they really, take a lot out of you. So they came from New Jersey last night, which isn't a real long flight. It's probably less than an hour. I think it's 375 miles to New Jersey from Columbus. But you want to make sure that you're getting on them early and you're making them pay the price early, because they might not be tired in the first period. They might start to get a little sluggish in the second period, but maybe in the third period you can catch some guys out there on extended shifts and really do some damage.
Hawks are going to get a little bit of a boost in the lineup with the return of their captain, Nick Foligno. He missed the last couple, obviously, with an undisclosed injury. I think coming back to this building means a lot to him. He was the former longtime captain here with the Blue Jackets. I think he really wanted to play in this game, and I think this one's going to mean a lot to him.
I think you're absolutely right. He was loved here in Columbus, here at Nationwide Arena. As you mentioned, he was a great leader for a number of years for the Blue Jackets. And for the Blackhawks, he's their captain, obviously, but it's like having a coach on the ice. And Jeff Blashill talked about it in his scrum with the reporters this morning about not only what a great hockey player he is and how he helps in the dressing room when the coaches aren't around, but just what a great human being he is. So I think all those things are obviously true, and I think the players really enjoy having him as part of the group playing. And I know he's a vocal part even when he was injured, but when he's on the ice and he's on the bench and he says something, boy, it really sticks with you. So I think it was important that he wanted to play in this game, the only time in Columbus this year, and he should have a good one.
Steve, let's talk about the third line. Unbelievable game that they had on Monday against San Jose, where they combined for 10 points, including 4 points each for Donato and Mikheyev. Not very often do we see the third line, checking line, the shutdown center line have an offensive outburst in the way that they did on Monday against San Jose. But I imagine that's going to go a long way for their confidence that not only can they defend the team's top opposition, but they can also score as well.
Well, of course it helps your confidence. And I heard you talking about Connor Murphy earlier. 4 goals in his last 17 or 18 games, whatever it is. He's feeling it right now. And I think that line should be feeling it. And, in Ryan Donato, 2 goals and 2 assists. For Ilya Mikheyev, the goal and 3 assists, that 4 points matches a previous high he had with the Toronto Maple Leafs. So that was from a few years ago. And Donato, the +5, a career best for him. So I look at that line and they got a little bit of everything. They're all pretty fast players. They're all really good with the puck. And in the case of Mikheyev, I just think he's deceptive because he looks bigger than he is. He's listed at 6'1", and when he's on the ice, he looks bigger. And he plays a lot faster than I think people realize. And I think that's because of his instincts, his high hockey IQ. He gets to areas in a hurry. He kind of anticipates where the play is going to go, and that gives him a leg up sometimes in certain situations on certain plays. So they've been fun. And Jason Dickinson, the only guy I haven't talked about, great penalty killer. I don't think I've seen a guy this year knock pucks out of the air like he does, whether it's killing penalties or even in a 5-on-5 situation. He's just got really good eye-hand coordination, and he breaks up so many plays with a saucer pass. And if he's within 10 feet of it, he's knocking it out of the air.
Yeah, no question. With Jason Dickinson, obviously injuries have been really tough for him this year. It feels like he's just been dealing with something one after another. But when he is healthy and he's feeling like himself, I mean, he's legitimately a really dependable third line center in a lot of areas. And I'm right there with you. Like we haven't seen it much this year because he's been in and out of the lineup. But boy, oh boy, when he is healthy and feeling right, that's a guy that I want to go to war with in that third line center role.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you have a third line that can shut down the other team's top 1 or number 2 line, but they can also score. I mean, what a threat that is. And I just look at Ilya Mikheyev now. He's a +2 on the year. And I know we've been outscored this year in the goal differential, but to be a +2 and to be on the shutdown line, that's outstanding. And, Jason Dickinson, obviously a big part of that. And, on certain nights, they're the number 2 line. Certainly against the San Jose Sharks, they were the number 2 line. And, today with a little bit of mixing and matching because, Ryan Green out of the lineup, you're going to see Oliver Moore between Teuvo Teravainen and Burakovsky. That might become our third line. So we'll just have to wait and see it play out. But, yeah, I just think our team, when I say our team, the Chicago Blackhawks, are a faster team when Jason Dickinson's in the lineup. We saw when he was out, they struggled a bit at times. They're better with number 16 in there.
All right, Steve, our broadcast is better with you in it too. So have a great call with John.
Thanks, Charlie. Thanks
all right. That's going to do it for the FanDuel Sportsbook Chicago Blackhawks pregame show. John and Steve have the call coming up next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
What do the Blackhawks and United Airlines have in common? The next generation has arrived, and the future looks bright. New planes are joining the United Airlines fleet every week, decked out with Bluetooth connectivity, screens and power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to fit everyone's carry-on. Book your next trip on the United app or United.com today. United Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Whether it's a plumbing emergency or just a simple repair like a clogged toilet, Plumbers 911 is your source for the best licensed plumbers. Every plumber has background checks, insurance, and 10,000 hours of training. When you call 1-833-PLUM-911, you'll be connected with one of Chicagoland's most trusted contractors, like Old World Plumbing in St. Charles. Wherever you are, a Plumbers 911 contractor is always close by. Call 1-833-PLUM-911. Plumbers 911, where they do it right the first time.
40,000 people. Let that number sink in. That's a small city choosing relief without surgery. 40,000 people said, stop before you replace my knee or my hip. Before I put my life on hold for months, there has to be another way. And they found it at QC Kinetics. 40,000 patients who thought surgery was the only answer. Today, they're moving better, hurting less, getting their lives back thanks to QC Kinetics advanced regenerative treatments. Surgery isn't always the answer. QC Kinetics and Dr. Ashley Caravelli are right here in the Chicago area using safe, natural treatments backed by real science. Treatments that activate your body's natural healing power. Safe, natural, non-surgical. And this is critical. The sooner you start, the faster inflammation will ease. The sooner you'll slow down osteoarthritis progression. 40,000 people can't be wrong. Before you say yes to surgery, call QC Kinetics. The consultation is free. Call 312-546-4838. That's 312-546-4838. 312-546-4838.
Hard work beats talent, but talent doesn't work hard. That's why when it comes to hard work, nothing works harder than a Chevy Silverado. In the field, you have to operate under any condition. Rain and mud, snow and ice, no excuses. Get the job done. And Silverado is built for those big jobs. It's an all-around workhorse designed with your work safety in mind. Automatic emergency braking, forward collision alert, and rear park assist are on the job with you 24/7, assisting when it matters the most. Plus, with its advanced trailering technology and 8 available cameras offering up to 14 views, Silverado is a beast for any job, smart and strong. No wonder J.D. Power awarded Chevy Silverado the most dependable large light-duty pickup. Not ready for a new Chevy? Then keep your vehicle running right with a service checkup at your local Chevy dealer. With their factory-trained technicians and GM-certified parts, you're guaranteed to get the job done right the first time. Go to Chevy Drive Chicago for a dealer near you. Work hard, play harder in a new Chevy Silverado.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500. On air and on smart devices worldwide. Chicago Blackhawks hockey. One city.
Chicago.
One sweater.
The Blackhawks.
Generations who eat, sleep, live, and breathe it.
That's all I want to do. That's all I think about.
24/7.
Yes, 24/7.
From the anthem to the final horn. This is Chicago Grit on ice.
This is what we do.
This is who we are.
This is Blackhawks hockey.
Love by Blackhawks.
With the call of the game, here's John Whiteman and Steve Conroy.
The Chicago Blackhawks have one more game to play before the Olympic break, and it won't be an easy task as they hit the ice here in the Buckeye State and take on the hottest team in the National Hockey League. The Columbus Blue Jackets are on a serious heater, winning 10 of their last 11 games, 6 in a row. And so for the Blackhawks, ending the Jackets' prosperity with a big road win, well, that would be an appropriate measure of revenge from what happened a couple of nights ago back at the UC. Hi again, everyone. John Whiteman along with Steve Conroy. Happy to be joining you from the Nationwide Arena here in Central Ohio. And Charlie Romeliotis is standing by in Blackhawk Central. We welcome you into our broadcast this evening. The Blackhawks and the Columbus Blue Jackets for the final time this season. Steve, we saw this team come into the United Center, a very determined bunch under their new head coach, Rick Bowness. And they played a very good road game. It'll be interesting to see how they how their fortunes go here on their home ice, and everybody knows that the big, let's call it 600-pound gorilla, I don't know how big a gorilla gets, maybe 900 pounds. The 900-pound gorilla in the room is the looming time off, the 3 weeks, the Olympic break. You know that the guys are thinking about it, but I guess it's kind of hard as a professional. Maybe it's not so hard. You could address it to focus on the game at hand, and that's really the case for both teams here tonight.
Well, I think it's human nature for your mind to wander a little bit, but I think that's what the coaching staff is here for, to get you grounded, to get you ready. And I know the coaching staff has done a fantastic job with these guys so far this year, and I'm sure tonight will be no different. It's give it your all tonight, and then you've got 21 days to recuperate, to get better, to heal up, and they realize the importance. And I think they also realize that they're playing, as you mentioned, one of the hottest teams in the NHL. Rick Bowness was a coach of mine a number of years ago with the Ottawa Senators. Alain Vigneault was an assistant. E.J. McGuire, the late, great E.J. McGuire, was an assistant coach also. And the one thing I can remember from my time with Rick is he's no nonsense. He tells you the truth, but he's a real stickler about defense. And I've just noticed that in the last 10 games, they have dropped their goals against average down by one full goal. That's tough to do, but they're playing great defensively. They're still a heavy team. And as Jeff Blashill said in that excellent interview with you, they're creative. They've got some guys up front who can put the puck in the net.
But they're going to need to keep that goals against average down because they may be facing the hottest line in the NHL. And I'm talking, of course, about the line we got the good fortune the other night of seeing at the United Center. Ryan Donato with Jason Dickinson in the middle and Ilya Mikheyev. They racked up 10 points between them. 2 4-point nights in that group. And, Steve, I can't wait to see how that line is going to play against this team, the Columbus Blue Jackets. It's one thing to play against a team that's coming up like the San Jose Sharks are, and that's no disrespect intended to San Jose, but this Columbus team is very good at defending.
They are, but that line had it going on. You're right. It just seemed like every time they were on the ice, something good was happening, and that's outstanding for your third line. You're basically your shutdown line for them to carry the team, and it's no surprise. I mean, all three of those guys think the game very well. All three of those guys handle the puck very well. But I think the most important thing, all three of those guys move really well on the ice. They're all fleet of foot. They can push defenders back. They can create chaos with their speed. And they're very good at defending, too. So if you're good defensively, that sometimes turns into offense. You know, you pick a puck off, you get the other team out of position, and you turn it into offense. And that's what that line can do time and time again.
All right, who's going to deliver? Sponsored by Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Air Conditioning. Electric heat pumps for a better environment inside and out. Visit getacomfyhome.com. And I can't not go with the local kid, Connor Murphy, who, by the way, Charlie was talking about it. In the last 7 games, he's thrown the puck into the net a couple of times. So hopefully Connor will do that again here tonight in his hometown. Keys for the game are sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. And Steve Conroy's got your keys.
Well, John, first, get ready for a grind. This Columbus Blue Jacket team, they like to play a heavy game. They've got 3 forwards who are 6 feet 5 inches tall. They've got another in Matthew Olivier. He's only 6'1", but he plays like he's 6'5". You got to win the board battles. I think that's going to be really important tonight. Secondly, special teams, they make a difference. And we saw it the last game. The power play scored after a little bit of a drought, but it really helped. Connor Bedard scored the first goal of the game. The power play got going. I thought the team played with confidence after that. And keep in mind, Columbus Blue Jackets, 31st ranked penalty kill at home. And finally, nothing to save it for. You kind of talked about it, John. It's the last game before the Olympic breaks. Plenty of time to take off. And Columbus played last night. Catch them while they're tired.
Empty the tank, right? All right,
absolutely.
Steve, who are you banking on? Sponsored by Marquette Bank. Love where you bank, celebrating 80 years of neighborhood banking.
Going with the low-hanging fruit, Connor Bedard. He has scored in 3 consecutive games. I think he's going to score again tonight. Do it for me, Connor.
All right. Appreciate that. Well, the stage has been set. The Blackhawks and the Columbus Blue Jackets set to do battle, lined up on their respective blue lines. And momentarily, we're going to send it down to ice level and pick up our anthem singer tonight, Mr. Leo Welsh, who always does a great job with the anthem. Hawks fans, please enjoy our national anthem.
Please welcome Mr. Leo Welsh.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, well done by Leo Welsh. Let's get to the starting lineups. In goal for the Columbus Blue Jackets, Jet Greaves. He has never faced the Chicago Blackhawks. He started the year as the starter for the Columbus Blue Jackets, but with Rick Bowness taking over, he's kind of been supplanted in goal by Elvis Merzlikins. A little more on that story later in the game. At defense for the Blue Jackets are Denton Matejchuk and Ivan Provorov. Up front from left to right, Mason Marchment starts at left wing. Adam Fantilli, there's the cannon. Hopefully that'll be the only time we hear it tonight. Adam Fantilli centers the Blue Jackets opening line, starting at the right wing, Danton Heinen. For the Blackhawks, it's Spencer Knight in goal. 2-1-0 in his career against these Columbus Blue Jackets. At defense are going to be Connor Murphy and Matt Grzelcyk. Up front from left to right, Colton Dach starts at left wing. Captain Nick Foligno, the former captain of these Blue Jackets, he centers the Hawks opening line. Starting at the right wing, Landon Slaggert. Referees this evening are Kendrick Nicholson and Brandon Blandina. Handling the lines, Brad Kovacic and Kyle Flemington. And we're underway here in Columbus. As Nick Foligno got to the puck along the left wing boards, Hawk zone. Shoves it down ice to the left wing corner in the Blue Jacket end, but it went over the goal line, and icing's going to be the call against the Hawks.
Well, John, as we talked about, Columbus with 6 straight wins. Their last game last night in New Jersey, a 3-0 shutout. And that was their second shutout, actually, over those last 6 victories. They've been a little bit of a surprise in the Metro, currently outside of the playoff picture looking in, but you look at the other teams who have really surprised this year. Pittsburgh and the New York Islanders also in the Metro Division, so 3 teams, I think, really doing a lot more than people thought they would to start this season.
Hawks get control off the draw. Colton Dach at the Hawk blue line will toss the puck at center ice. Landon Slaggert will flip it down in behind the Blue Jacket net. Denton Matejchuk pulled it away, put it up the near boards, picked off by Grzelcyk near the left point. He'll fire a shot now, and that goes through traffic and wide to the far post. Puck taken by Marchment of the Jackets. Moving up the left wing side. He feigned catching a high stick in the face there from Landon Slaggert. He actually is checking his face as he heads to the bench, so maybe he did catch part of Landon Slaggert's blade, but they carry on. No call made. Jason Dickinson dumping the puck down the left wing boards and in behind the Jackets, net into the far corner. Matejchuk is chased down by Ilya Mikheyev of the Hawks. Puck rides out to the right point. Crevier poke checks it across the rink, and now Louis Crevier will backskate in the Hawks zone. Lead pass ahead for Ryan Donato at the Blue Jacket blue line. Skips off his stick and down the side of the net. And Greaves, the goalkeeper, will put it into the near corner. The Jackets' Damon Severson will fire the puck down ice into the Hawk end. Vlasic gave it a ride around up the right wing to Donato. He crisscrosses with Mikheyev at center ice. Mikheyev hands the puck to Donato, and he'll fire it down the left boards and inside the Jacket zone behind the net. Recovering the puck now, Dante Fabro back in the Blue Jacket lineup. He bats a pass up the left wing side and down. Not far enough for icing, but far enough for the teams to make line changes.
Yeah, it was Connor Murphy jumping up on the play and trying to pinch. That's why it wasn't an icing. Columbus shoots the puck down the ice, but Murphy probably could have played the puck and didn't.
Here's Bertuzzi redirecting a pass off the end boards in the Blue Jacket end. Zach Werenski gathering it in, passing it up the left wing. Kent Johnson at center ice. He'll flip the puck down between the circles, Hawk zone. Wyatt Kaiser spun it away, but the Jackets get it back. Werenski in the left wing circle. Carries to the corner, then behind the net. Sets up the slot. This is off the stick of Dmitry Voronkov. The puck is spun to center ice. Tyler Bertuzzi's got it over the Jacket line and fires from the right circle. That's right into the chest of Jet Greaves, and he'll hold on. Get a whistle, stopping play, and a face-off circle to Greaves' left. No score, 17:44 left in period 1.
A kind of a broken play just outside the blue line of the Blue Jackets, and it turns into a puck that the Blackhawks come up with, and that's Tyler Bertuzzi, who ended up cutting in and getting the shot on net. Unfortunately, into the midsection of Jet Greaves.
Here's Boone Jenner, the captain of the Jackets, former Oshawa General. And to sneak that in, Steve, on your behalf, sir. Have respect.
He was a captain of the Oshawa Generals. I'm a former captain of the Oshawa Generals. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that with the listeners. I didn't even know. I should have asked you that a long time ago, I think.
Yeah.
Well, in front of the penalty boxes, Alex Vlasic battling there with Wood of the Blue Jackets. The puck goes down behind the Hawk net. In the near corner, Vlasic's got it, passing to center ice for Teuvo Teravainen, and he redirects that one over the far glass and into this partisan Columbus crowd. So no score, 17-16 now left in period number 1.
Well, tonight's coaches' challenges are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine, with 8 specialties ranked among the top 10 in the nation by U.S. News and World Report. The teams at Northwestern Medicine offer second opinions for the toughest conditions.
Did you play with Randy Wood with the Islanders? Was he a teammate of yours?
Randy Wood, yes. And this is Miles Wood's dad, right?
Yeah,
Randy was a great skater. I don't think he was quite as tough as his son Miles. I mean, Miles is he'll stick his nose in it. I mean, Randy do it too, but I think Miles is the kind of guy who backs it up.
Must have got that from his mom, maybe. She's a pretty tough woman, I guess.
There you go.
Now a shot off the post from the far circle, Hawk zone. That's off the stick of Adam Fantilli. Puck ricochets away to the far corner. Mikheyev put it between the circles to Grizzly. He'll move it over to Connor Murphy along the right wing boards, and he lifts the puck through the air down into the Blue Jacket end. And Ivan Provorov carrying behind his net. Moving it up the right wing to Fantilli, center ice. He'll fling the puck to the Hawk blue line. That Grizzlick is able to keep it away from Kent Johnson of the Jackets. Move it around. Up the right wing it goes to Donato. Rink wide pass picked off by Severson into the Hawk zone. He winds up and fires. That goes over the net. Johnson held it in left point. Moves it across right point. Fantilli. He'll stick the puck down behind the Hawk net where Murphy guides it into the near corner to Grizzlick. And Grizzlick now turns away from Big Voronkov and leaves the puck behind the net. Colton Dock there to Grizzlick far corner. Here we see the Blue Jackets forecheck. It's almost like they're innumerable. Now the puck turned over at center ice. Johnson's got it back into the Hawk zone. Top of the right circle. Stopping there. He'll leave it for Zach Werenski closing to the net. He fires off the end of the glove of Spencer Knight, and then a follow-up shot from in front. This is off the stick of Sean Monahan, and a glove save made by Spencer Knight.
Well, 2 good scoring opportunities for Columbus, and it's because the Chicago Blackhawks turned it over just in the neutral ice area. Really good breakout, a patient breakout, but then they turned it over. Zach Werenski with the initial shot, and then the follow-up attempt. Werenski got to his own rebound, threw it back out front, and Spencer Knight forced to make another stop. That is 4 shots now in the first 4 minutes for the Blue Jackets.
Here's Charlie Coyle, who had a hat trick and an assist, a 4-point night in that game at the United Center, taking the draw against Frank Nazar. The Jackets now end up with a puck. Cole Sillinger left point to Werenski, cruising through the high slot over to the top of the left circle and fires, and that's blocked in front with a nice play by Sam Renzel. And then Kaiser behind the net takes a bump from Coyle. Winds the puck around to Tyler Bertuzzi, who put it back in behind to Kaiser. To Renzel near corner, passing up the middle of the ice to center ice. Bedard over the jacket line to the right circle with a toe drag and a shot. Missed the net. Puck ricochets around to the right wing of center ice. Werenski to Sillinger into the Hawk zone down the left wing. To Werenski down the left wing side. Tough angle shot. He scores. Now that may have ricocheted off of one of the Hawk players defending in front of the net. I believe maybe Alex Vlasic. And the Jackets take a 1-0 lead. The goal at 4:46 of period number 1.
Oh, every time that Werenski has been on the ice, something good has happened. And he's just in such control of the game. He slows it down, but he can speed it up with his speed. And it was a double banger. It was a shot by Werenski that went off of Crevier, and then the skate, as you mentioned, of Alex Vlasic, who was parked in front. He was trying to check Charlie Coyle. And just like that, the Columbus Blue Jackets up 1-0. They've had 6 shots on net, though, and we're just short of 5 minutes in. So that's certainly an area that the Chicago Blackhawks have to clean up just a little bit.
For Zach Werenski, that's goal number 20 on the season. He takes the team lead in that department. So 1-0 in favor of the Blue Jackets. Play back in the Hawk zone. Teuvo Teravainen along the left boards. Goes rink wide with a pass Louis Crevier. So Oliver Moore down the right wing into the Jacket zone to the corner. And then he's banged off the puck. Jenner, the captain of the Jackets, will lift the puck out to center ice on the right wing side where Alec Vlasic runs Miles Wood into the half boards here. We get a whistle stopping play as the play is offside. 14:48 left in period number 1 here in Columbus. It's 1-0 Jackets.
Well, you talk about Zach Werenski, his 20th of the year. How about this? 2 goals, 8 assists in his last 6 games. He now has a 8-game point streak against the Chicago Blackhawks. 2 goals, 15 assists in those 8 games. And with that goal, he has 82 points. That's the most of any D-man in the entire NHL. 2 more than Evan Bouchard of the Edmonton Oilers.
He's having a tremendous year, and that's kind of an understatement. Here's Ryan Donato taking a pass into the Blue Jacket zone on the right wing side, but we get a whistle for offside. And that's too bad because Ryan pretty much had everybody beaten. He would have been free down the right wing side to the Columbus net.
Yeah, and getting back to Werenski, not only a fantastic season point-wise, he's so responsible defensively. Possibly could win the Norris Trophy this year. Obviously, he's in the conversation. And some people even mentioned he could win a Hart Trophy, which seems hard to believe. But should these Columbus Blue Jackets make the playoffs, you never know.
Here's William McKayev breaking through center. Had the puck turned over in front of the benches, but then he took it back and swept it down into the Jacket zone. Dante Fabro handing it ahead. Adam Fantilli to center ice and over the Hawk blue line. Hands it off to Danton Heinen near the left point. He put the puck down to the inboards. Connor Murphy came out with it. Whips it up the right wing to McKayev. He shot it across the rink. This was intended for Matt Grzelcyk, but missed. And big Eric Goodbranson got to the puck in front of the penalty boxes, and he and Grzelcyk get their sticks on the puck at the same time, and it goes up and over the glass.
Well, tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Flight by Yingling. Crisp, refreshing, and only 95 calories. Flight, the next generation of light beer. Well, right now the Blackhawks have to start playing a little more in front of Jet Graves down the other end for the Columbus Blue Jackets. A lot of the play over the last 2-3 minutes has been in their zone.
Now back in the Hawk zone. There's a couple of big guys. Dmitry Voronkov and the Hawks' Louis Crevier getting to the puck. Crevier got there first. Passing it at center ice. Nick Foligno, the former Blue Jacket captain, will drop it down to the left wing corner in the Columbus zone. Then he runs Matejchuk into the boards. Vlasic follows up with a shot from the left point. That hit traffic in front of the net. Loose puck taken out of there by Kent Johnson. Shot it to the Hawk blue line. Louis Crevier bats it ahead. Here's Colton Dock into the Jacket zone on the right wing side. But he lost the handle on the puck. And Voronkov will carry and put it to the Hawk blue line. Taken away by the Hawks' Nick Foligno. Dropping it down to Sam Renzel. Returns the pass up the left wing intended for Tyler Bertuzzi. But this bounces into the Blue Jacket zone. And now Johnson will carry back from center ice back into the Blue Jacket end and drop it in behind the net. Provorov there to Charlie Coyle, center ice on the right wing. Stripped to the puck of the Hawk line by Frank Nazar. And then Nazar diving to get to the puck into the Jacket zone. He whips it back over the blue line to center ice. Renzel will fire it back down into the Columbus end. This rolls around to the near side. Connor Bedard's got the puck left point. Sent it across, picked off in the high slot by the Jackets, Charlie Coyle. Werenski through center ice. He fans on a shot, and the blade came through and hit Wyatt Kaiser in the face, and Kaiser's down behind the Hawk net. And we get a whistle stopping play. And Joe Huff is off the Hawk bench to attend to Kaiser, who fell awkwardly after he took that stick in the face, and now he's going to be helped to the bench. Meanwhile, we'll take a break. 12:41 left in period number one here in the Buckeye State. It's the Blue Jackets 1 and the Hawks no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Jiffy Lube's quick, quality 15-minute oil change service will have your car ready before you know it. It's so fast, you'll find yourself saying, "Already ready?" Even now, after I just told you, you'll still be surprised at how fast and efficient it is. Plus, Jiffy Lube does more than just oil changes fast. They'll take care of the preventive maintenance your car needs to keep running smoothly, like free fluid top-offs, battery checks, and more. All in a jiffy. So come in today. You're practically already ready.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Troy Murray. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing, the #1 premium composite decking brand. Tough enough to handle anything. It looks like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
It's Tom Skilling, back to Blackhawks hockey right here on WGN Radio. Here are the boys.
Hey, thanks, Tom. And your seat at the United Center is waiting, Blackhawks fans. You can now officially place your new membership deposit for the 2026-2027 season to receive early bird pricing, priority seating with presale access, and complimentary tickets to a select game this season. Place your deposit now at blackhawks.com/memberships. And unfortunately for the Blackhawks, that was Kaiser heading down the tunnel to the dressing room after that fan shot by Zach Werenski. He ended up falling right on Kaiser's left ankle, and he was noticeably limping noticeably, I guess is the correct verbiage. So hopefully we see him back on the ice soon.
One of the better skaters among Blackhawk defensemen, might even be the best skater of all. Here's Olivier down the right wing into the Hawk zone. He put the puck in front of the net for Coyle, who shot it over top. Hawks cut a little break there. Matthew Olivier last night in New Jersey scored a pair of goals, and he's got a career high of 18 that he scored last year. He is turning into the full package as far as players are concerned in the NHL.
Yeah, he garners extra room for himself because he's one of the toughest guys in the NHL. He may be the best heavyweight in the entire NHL, so he creates a little bit of room for himself. Intimidation's still a big part of NHL hockey, and with that extra room, he gets a little more time to get that shot off. And he's had 4 goals in his last 8 games. He's hot right now.
Off the ice, one of the nicest guys you'd ever meet.
Yeah.
Back at center ice, Oliver Moore to the puck. Will whip it back into the Hawk zone. Matt Grzelcyk in front of the Hawk net. Passing ahead up the left wing, Andre Burakovsky. No goals in his last 11. He carries through center ice and drops the puck off to Teravainen at the Columbus blue line. This is taken back, however, by the Jackets. Fabro will slap it to the Hawk blue line. This eludes Grzelcyk. Connor Murphy right there to bail it out. Backhands it up the glass into the Columbus zone. Fabro back to get it. Over to Goodbranson, then back to Fabro along the right wing boards as the Hawks are in the midst of a line change. Big Eric Goodbranson passing up the left wing side. Miles Wood will take the puck and race back with it behind his own net. Hit the brakes. Passing up the right wing side. Into the Hawk zone. Mason Marchment to the corner. Put it behind the net. Boone Jenner left wing corner. Punt it back around to Marchment along the right wing half boards. He sent the puck in front of the net. Good play there by Jason Dickinson to break that up. And he spins the puck ahead to Ilya Mikheyev, who dumps it to the left wing corner in the Jacket zone. Donato swats it up towards Mikheyev. The Dickinson left circle to Renzel, high slot. A little deke and a shot with blocked. Dickinson at the right point now. Swings it down behind the net. Ryan Donato took it away. Here's Donato along the left wing board, battling with Matejchuk. Donato works it free down behind the Columbus net. But Provorov takes the puck, moves out up the left wing side, gave it to Matejchuk between the circles. Passing up the right wing to Wood. He turned it over to Alex Vlasic, who immediately whips it across the ring. And Nick Foligno rides one of the Jacket players. That's Matejchuk into the far corner boards and off the puck. But Jenner took it back, and he'll stick it off the right side glass to center ice. Landon Slaggert and Big Dmitry Voronkov battle for the puck at the Hawk blue line. The Hawks get it. Murphy with a pass to Doc. He'll deflect it down in behind the Jackets net. Slaggert chasing it down. Put it up the near side. The Jackets clear their end, led by Monahan. Crossing the Hawk line on the right wing. He's shoved into the boards by Nick Foligno. Puck comes free to the right point. Johnson fired one from there, but it never got through to the Hawk net. And now Slaggert, muscling his way to center ice and from the benches, will poke the puck down in behind the Blue Jacket net and get off in a chain.
Good job by Nick Foligno. Got on the body a couple of separate times, a couple of hits on that shift. He's just trying to get some energy into this game, energy for his team.
Now Renzel fans on a pass and then is knocked down by Voronkov behind the net. Kent Johnson with the puck along the left boards. Turned it over. Nazar the other way. To Renzel, center ice, over the Jacket line to the high slot. Bertuzzi to the left circle. Bedard, a one-timer. Kicked out of there by Greaves. Follow-up shot now by Grzelcyk from the high slot. That deflects, looked like it hit somebody in the shoulder and toppled over the Blue Jacket net. And the Jackets are back the other way. Sillinger over the Hawk line. Left wing circle. Put it over right circle. Johnson, he centers. Picked off there by Brent Nazar. Nazar passing up the left wing. Bedard drops it back to Nazar. Tops of the circle's Hawk zone. And he'll hand it there to Alex Vlasic, who will carry the puck in behind the Hawk net stop and have a quick look as the Hawks complete their line change.
Lavon rushes going both ways. That one-timer from Connor Bedard, unfortunately not in his wheelhouse, and he didn't get all of it.
Oliver Moore into the Jacket zone. Right wing boards. Shot it across, intending to get that pass to the left point to Vlasic. It ends up deflecting out of the Jacket zone. Vlasic back to stick it back down the boards into the Columbus end. Here's Olivier with it along the right side boards. Outnumbered by 3 Hawks. And now finally it's kicked away by Teravainen. But the puck rolls instead to Werenski. Werenski, the near corner Jacket zone. Will carry it slowly out between the circles. He looks so effortless in his motions, doesn't he, Steve?
He just slows the game down. Reminds me a little bit of Drew Doughty, but probably a better skater than Doughty. Just has that knack for knowing how to hang on to the puck, waiting for things to open up, and then finding the perfect play. And he does it more times than not.
Grislick with an outlet now to Dickinson, center ice. Goes rink wide with a pass for Donato. It's off his stick at the Jacket line, but the puck ends up in behind the Jackets net. Fantilli put it into the far corner. Ilya Mikheyev took it there and centered. Picked off by Provorov in front of the Jacket net, and he'll pass up the left wing side. Fantilli down the left wing. Hawks zone will fire in and out of the glove of Knight. And one of the Hawks thrown down to the inboards. That's Ryan Donato looking for a penalty call. None will be made. Meanwhile, good Branson at the Hawk blue line. Hands it off to Marchment. Oh, and he is flattened by a check from Ryan Donato. That's one of the best hits of the year. Donato heads to the bench. The Jackets get it back. And a shot from Provorov. He scores. Well, a chaotic sequence of play. Ryan Donato delivered one of the best hits we've seen in a while on big Mason Marchment, who got back to his feet and picked up the second assist on this goal. It's now 2-0 Columbus.
Yeah, well, he was upset because he got kind of bowled over by Marchment earlier in the shift. He went back and paid it back with a big hit on Marchment, but unfortunately, he left the ice. And when you're in your own zone, you can't change. And because Donato left the ice, that left a big gaping hole on the left side of the ice, Columbus's left side of the ice, and that's how they were able to walk in. Provorov from the point walks right down Main Street, absolutely nobody between him and the net, and gets the goal. Unfortunately for the Blackhawks, they are now down 2-0.
So if you're Mason Marchment, you'll take that hit every time. Two defensemen have scored for the Blue Jackets, Werenski and Provorov. 2-0 in favor of the Columbus Blue Jackets. We return to the play deep in the Hawk zone. Alex Vlasic near corner, firing a puck up ice. This is off the stick of Slaggert and right in on Greaves at the top of the Columbus crease. He moves the puck over to good Branson. He'll pass on the left wing side into the Hawk zone. And it's taken in behind the Hawk net, taken away by Vlasic. Moves it up the near side, not out of the zone. Severson firing for the right point. That never got through to the net. And the puck now taken away by Slaggert. Hawk blue line just spins it ahead to the Columbus blue line. Severson back to get it there. Passing to Werenski over the center ice circle. He weaves in over the Hawk line at the right point. He'll launch a shot in on goal, and Knight is down with a butterfly save. Holds the puck. We get a whistle stopping play. 2-0 Columbus. 6:09 left in period number one. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Chicago's very own. WGN. When and where you want us.
Give people a place to gather and make fire the focal point of your home again. With a majestic fireplace or insert, you'll enjoy the warmth and ambiance of fire with contemporary style and the latest technology. Whether you're looking for wood, electric, or gas, indoors or out, Majestic offers a broad range of sizes and styles. Visit their showroom on Bowes Road in Elgin or call for a free estimate. 847-741-5903. 847-741-5903. House of Fireplaces, giving you a warm feeling since 1953.
Welcome to Take 5 Oil Change.
Thanks. Got my seat cushion, crossword puzzle, and can't forget the hand sanitizer. Okay, show me the waiting room.
No need for all that. You can stay in your car.
I'll stay in my car. Get out.
Yep, you stay in. It'll just be 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Get out.
Go ahead, sit back and relax.
Well, I guess I'll save all this for the DMV. Only they took 10 minutes, am I right? I'm sorry.
Take 5. The stay in your car 10-minute oil change.
Sometimes the thought of being in your warm and cozy home is what gets you through the day. But what happens when you get home and there is no heat? Who do you call for fast, reliable service? 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, you can consider it done when you trust the experts at ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
We're hoping so, Chris. Hey, just because the Blackhawks are on the road when we get back from break doesn't mean you have to watch at home. Join us downtown on Thursday, February 26th at Stolen Saddle on North Clark Street for another official Blackhawks watch party presented by Bud Light. Come enjoy music, beverages, and a lot more as the Blackhawks take on the Nashville Predators at 7 o'clock. Must be 21 plus with a valid ID to enter.
Well, as we return to the play back at center ice in front of the benches. Danton Heinen of the Jackets to the puck. Scoops it down behind the Hawk net. Adam Fantilli digs it out, moves to the left wing corner, does a 180 spin on Crevier, sets up the left wing circle in close for Marchman, who got away a shot. Turned out of there by Knight. Puck back to center ice. Fantilli's got it. Lifts it into the right wing corner, Hawk zone. Vlasic will steer the puck behind the net around to Andre Burakovsky, far corner. Whips it over to Vlasic. Lead pass ahead for Oliver Moore. Misses, and we get a whistle for offside. So they're going to bring the draw back to just outside the Hawk blue line. It's center ice. 2-0 Jackets.
Yeah, we're still early in this hockey game, John, but the Blackhawks not having very much luck going through the neutral ice area. And that's where a fast team, especially a team like the Blackhawks, can build speed, push back the defenders, and they just haven't been able to connect with those passes. So let's see if that's something that they can rectify here going forward. But right now, the breakouts haven't been bad out of their own zone. It's just through the two blue lines, right in the neutral ice area. They've been getting bogged down, turning it over, and Columbus has been coming back and just jamming it down their throat.
Now, face-off between Dickinson and Monahan. Monahan wins this draw to the right point to Matejchuk. He'll move it down for Monahan along the right wing boards. He shot it back across the rink. This ends up at center ice. Mikheyev to Ryan Donato into the Jacket zone to the right wing corner. He runs into a check from Matejchuk. And Monahan pokes the puck free, but Donato got it. To Renzel right point, to Grzelcyk left point. Sent it off the end boards, bounces in behind the Jackets net. And Donato digs it out. Here's Ryan Donato in the left wing corner. He had a pair of goals the other night against San Jose. Donato out near the left point. Will whip the puck down behind the Jacket net. Good job by Dickinson to catch that with his skate. Kick it around and keep it around at the left point, but now it's taken back by Kent Johnson. Johnson to Provorov, center ice. Back to Johnson over the Hawk line, down the right wing. Couldn't get a clean shot away. Nice poke check at the last second by Matt Grzelcyk. Here's Donato scooping the puck out to center ice, and the Blue Jackets take it back. Down to 4:30 left in period number one. It's the Blue Jackets 2 and the Hawks no scores. The teams are in the midst of line changes now. Provorov from beside his net. He'll skate the puck out the center for the left wing side. Gave it a ride down the shelf that separates the boards and glass. In the near corner, Murphy took it back. To Bedard, far corner to Murphy back in the net. Round to Vlasic near corner. Back over to Murphy, right wing side. He'll advance it to the Blue Jacket blue line, but Bedard had turned the wrong way. Severson's got the puck ahead to Werenski. He's over the Hawk line in the left wing. Takes a hit, put the puck down behind the net. And now Bedard's got it behind the net. Over to Murphy along the right boards. He'll lift it across and down along the left side boards in the Blue Jacket zone. Severson took it in front of Bertuzzi. Put the puck behind the net. Werenski turns it over to Bedard, right corner. Now Bertuzzi, bottom of the left circle, jams it into the crease. And Greaves got a stick in there, knocking it out of the way. Sillinger the other way to center ice. Left wing side. Dumping the puck down behind the Hawk net. Grzelcyk back to get it as the Jackets make a line change.
That was a great job by Jet Greaves, and you picked it up, John, using his stick, acting like a defenseman. That pass from Bertuzzi would have been right to Connor Bedard, just parked off the side of the post, but good anticipation there from the Blue Jackets netminder.
Now Crevier pounds one off of Colton Dock and down to the right wing corner in the Jacket zone, and Dock falls over Isaac Lundestrom. The Hawks get the puck back. And behind the net, Foligno leaving the puck for Dock. Sent it left point, Murphy. Whips it right point, Renzel. He was going to have that shot blocked by Miles Wood, and so Renzel retreats to center ice, retaining the puck. And then it's batted now by Boone Jenner into the right wing corner, Hawk in. Renzel back to get it. Quick pass around up the right wing to Colton Dock, center ice. Crossing the Jacket line, stopping along the right wing half boards. He pokes a pass to the left point, held in by Vlasic. Down to Burakovsky along the left wing boards. Back to Vlasic, left point. Vlasic now turning, put it over right circle. Oliver Moore to Crevier, bombs away from the right point, in and out of the glove of Greaves. I'd like to see more of that. Crevier held it in with a nice play along the right wing half boards. Put the puck into the right wing circle, but this is picked off by the Jackets. Matejchuk got it over to Wood. He'll clear into the Hawk end. Crevier's got the puck between the circles. Whips a pass up the middle of the ice to center ice to Teravainen to Moore across the jacket line. Sticks it into the right wing corner intended for Burakovsky, but he was bumped off the puck by Provorov, and now Marchment will carry to center ice. Marchment then shot a pass into the back of Danton Heinen just inside the Hawk blue line. He ends up turning it over. And now the puck poked by Burakovsky to center ice. Marchment took it back to the Jackets. Here's Fantilli entering the Hawk zone to Severson right point. Down to Marchment along the right wing boards. The Fantilli back of the net, centering the puck. Jason Dickinson picked off that pass, and he'll lead the rush the other way. Dickinson, a 3-against-4 rush over the jacket line to Mikheyev down the left wing side. The pass bounced off his stick blade. Taken in behind the jacket net by Severson. He skates out, turns the puck over along the left wing boards. Mikheyev's got it there. Shot it across the rink, but nobody is on the right wing side, except for Werenski, who clears to center ice. Renzel took it back for the Hawks. To Mikheyev, stepping into the jacket zone left point. He put it down to Renzel in the corner. He spins the puck behind the jacket net to the far corner. And Kent Johnson will move it ahead up the left wing side. Marchment clears the puck down into the Hawk zone. Bertuzzi's got it now behind the net.
Nice rush just earlier by Jason Dickinson, basically end-to-end, and he found Mikheyev. Unfortunately, didn't get the shot off because he was at a bad angle, but just a great individual effort by Jason Dickinson.
Connor Bedard had it stripped away by Johnson over the Hawk line, right circle. Got a shot away and a split save made by Spencer Knight. Wow.
Unbelievable. He had the side of his skate on that shot.
Here's Bedard back into the jacket zone along the right wing sideboards. Sweeps the puck behind the net to the left wing boards. Grzelcyk there. Pokes it back in behind. Around to the right point to Bedard. He'll flip it back down behind the jacket net. Sweeps around into the near corner. Good Branson. Passing it ahead to Johnson. Then into the Hawk zone to Sillinger. He runs into Grzelcyk and knocks the puck down behind the net. Crevier's got it there with 4. Crevier lead past the dock at center ice. He's going to run out of time before he can do anything more. Now he takes a cross check after the horn from Dante Fabro. And now Doc and Olivier face to face. And they're all happening along the near boards inside the jacket zone. And Olivier with a well-established reputation going after Colton Dock. And the boys are exchanging pleasantries down below us, right along the glass. The linesmen doing their level best to try and pry everybody apart.
I don't know that Matthew Olivier has fought in front of Rick Bowness, the new head coach. Rick Bowness has been here for 10 games, and he was certainly sending a message to the Chicago Blackhawks. He and Colton Dock, watch for that possibly to flush out over the next couple of periods.
All right, 1 period in the books. The Blue Jackets 2 and the Hawks no score. Charlie Romeliotis is standing by at Blackhawk Central. He's going to have a full intermission report. Then we'll be back here to Central Ohio for second period action. 2-0 Jackets after 1. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, it's Jeremy Roenick here. Let's be honest. Not every beer fits every moment. But Yingling, they've got options. You want bold and rich, classic and smooth, light and crisp? They've got a beer for everyone's taste. Traditional lager, light lager, flight, black and tan. Each one brewed with real quality and nearly 200 years of family tradition. So whether it's post-game, pre-game, or no game at all, there's a Yingling for every taste. Yingling, legends stand the test of time. DG Yingling is on Pottsville, PA.
Hey, Mom. It's me. Oh, my gosh. You'll never believe what I just opened for Valentine's Day. A sapphire ring from Hellsberg. Just like the one I lost years ago. Remember how excited I was when you gave it to me? I cannot believe you remembered that story. I guess you were right. I really found the one.
This Valentine's Day, create a moment that means something with up to 40% off gifts at Hellsberg. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
When injuries slow you down, you need a team that knows how to get you back in the game. At Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, their highly trained professionals work together to deliver empathetic, timely, and efficient patient care so you can move better, live better. And if an injury happens after hours, they've got you covered with IBJI Ortho Access beyond their regular clinic hours. Illinois Bone and Joint Institute. Learn more at IBJI.com. That's IBJI.com.
Chicago hockey fans love a good power play. And when it comes to selling your house, you want a team you can trust.
That's why Jeff Buys Your House is your winning play. No repairs, no commissions, and you pick the closing date.
That's like skating on a clean sheet of ice, fast and smooth.
We're a local, veteran-owned company that's been helping Chicagoland homeowners since 2007.
Make the smart move and go for the win. Visit JeffBuysYourHouse.com for your no-obligation offer today.
Hi, I'm Roy Spencer with Permaseal, and I want to give you 3 good reasons to have Permaseal inspect your home's insulation system this winter. First, the EPA estimates that 90% of homes have inadequate insulation, which means you may needlessly be experiencing discomfort in your home and excessive utility bills year-round. Secondly, Permaseal's inspection includes the whole house from basement to the attic. We perform an energy audit using blower door tests and thermal cameras at no charge. Finally, if we do insulation work in your home, you may qualify for our exclusive performance guarantee. We can guarantee to reduce the energy loss in your home by at least 10%. For over 47 years, Permaseal has been helping Chicagoland keep their homes drier, healthier, and more valuable. So nothing to lose and a lot to gain. Call Permaseal today at 800-421-SEAL to schedule your free inspection. That's 800-421-7325 or visit permaseal.net.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up.
Time for a break. It's intermission time.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Here's Charlie Remiliotis with your intermission update.
20 minutes is in the books over in Columbus, and the Blackhawks find themselves down 2-0. This is the final game before the Olympic break for the Blackhawks, and unfortunately, that first period didn't go the way I think that they would hoped. Time now to check out the odds. According to Circa Sports Illinois, the Columbus Blue Jackets were favored to score the first goal of this game at -125, and that ended up hitting. Chicago and Columbus went into this game tied for second most goals scored, second most first goal scored. So that was the 34th time that the Blue Jackets have scored the first goal of the season. That is now tied for first in the NHL. Columbus is 23-6-4 in the previous 33 opportunities, .697 win percentage, which is 13th in the NHL. Circa Sports Illinois, every time the Blackhawks win this season, someone will win a 2-night stay at Circa Resort and Casino, and another 100 people will get a $100 credit on the Circa app. See the Blackhawks contest page for details. Let's get to some scores around the NHL. 9 other games on the docket, but only 2 other ones currently going on. A lot of them are later on tonight. We start in Florida, where the Panthers trail the Boston Bruins 2-1 in the first period. Michael Eyssimont has both of the goals for Boston. A surprise return, by the way, for Brad Marchand, who's missed the last few games with an injury. So it looks like he returned to the lineup and facing his former Bruins team. The Bruins, by the way, are 4-0-2 in their last 6 games. Over in Winnipeg, the Jets are squaring off with the Montreal Canadiens. It's Winnipeg that's up 1-0 late in the first. Kyle Connor has the lone goal on the power play. That's his 25th tally of the season. Some other games tonight. The Nashville Predators are hosting the Minnesota Wild. Nashville on Monday overcame a 5-1 deficit to beat St. Louis 6-5 in regulation. They're now 2-0-2 in the last 4 games. The Wild are also on a point streak of 6 games, 5-0-1 during that stretch. The Colorado Avalanche are hosting the San Jose Sharks tonight. Colorado was 31-2-7 in the first 40 games of the season. But since then, in the 14 games, they have just 5 wins with 7 regulation losses and 2 in overtime/shootout. So they're looking to go into the holiday break or go into the Olympic break with a victory. The Utah Mammoth are hosting the Detroit Red Wings later tonight. The Mammoth are 2-3-0 in their last 5 games after going on a 9-game point streak with 8 wins and 1 loss. The Dallas Stars are hosting the St. Louis Blues. That's the second game of the TNT doubleheader tonight. Dallas is looking to extend their winning streak to 6 games. We got the Battle of Alberta matchup between the Oilers and Flames over in Calgary tonight. Edmonton is seeking to avoid a 3-game losing streak, which would match their season high. The Calgary Flames have just 1 win in its last 7. And then the Vancouver Canucks are in Vegas tonight to take on the Golden Knights. The Golden Knights are 0-3-2 in their last 5 games after having just 1 win in their last 8 games after a 7-game winning streak. So they're looking to get back in the win column. And then finally, the LA Kings are hosting the Seattle Kraken tonight. Anze Kopitar is sitting at 1,299 points. The next one will be 1,300 for him. Some other quick NHL news. The NHL roster freeze kicked in at 2 p.m. Central Time today ahead of the Olympics, and 2 trades were made, including a blockbuster. The first one, New Jersey Devils acquired center Nick Bukestad from the St. Louis Blues for a conditional 4th rounder in 2026 and forward Thomas Bordeleau. But then the bigger one, the LA Kings acquired superstar winger Artemi Panarin from the New York Rangers for Liam Greentree, conditional 2026 third and a conditional 2028 fourth. If that doesn't seem like a lot, it's because it's not, but that's because Panarin reportedly gave New York LA as the only team that he would go to because he had a full no movement clause. The Rangers, by the way, retained 50% of Panarin's salary, and Panarin has already signed a 2-year extension with the LA Kings at an $11 million cap hit. Meanwhile, over in Columbus, the Blackhawks trail the Blue Jackets 2-0 through 1 period. We'll take a quick break and break down the first period next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, it's Connor Bedard. Get the hometown call all season long on WGN Radio.
Hey, Chicago Blackhawks fans! I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
As a mother, I'd do anything to protect my children. But when I found out at 19 weeks pregnant that my blood was attacking my baby, I felt helpless. I'm Ellen. My team at Northwestern Memorial Hospital said my daughter's only chance at survival was a rare in utero blood transfusion. Not just once, but 5 separate times.
Top ranked in Illinois for obstetrics and gynecology by U.S. News & World Report, the team at Northwestern Medicine Maternal Fetal Medicine Clinic treats high-risk patients across Chicagoland. And they're one of the few in the state with the expertise to take on complex pregnancies like Ellen's. Over 3 months, Ellen's team collaborated closely to ensure she and her baby had a compatible blood type so she could deliver safely.
I can't imagine my world without my baby girl in it. And thanks to my team, I don't have to.
Northwestern Medicine is committed to providing world-class care across Chicagoland because what makes us better makes you better. Learn more at nm.org/better.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
Hi, this is Dave Musil, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. When emergencies happen, who do you call? Broken pipe? Power outage? Furnace failure? No hot water? The answer is always the same. Call Four Seasons. We guarantee same-day service and installation on all heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs with no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays. That's why over 30,000 customers have given us a 5-star Google review.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
First intermission over in Columbus, and the Hawks trail the Blue Jackets 2-0 through 1 period of play. Shots on goal 8-5 in favor of the Blue Jackets. 2 of those 8 shots for Columbus found the back of the net, and the first one was a little bit unfortunate for the Blackhawks. The shot by Zach Werenski went off of Louis Crevier and then off of Alex Vlasic's right skate and in. It looked like it might have gone off the stick of Louis Crevier, and so Spencer Knight just had no chance. He's preparing for the shot from Zach Werenski, and it basically pinballs behind the net. Connor Bedard, by the way, had an offensive zone opportunity earlier in the shift, and his shot went wide, and that's what led to the rush for the Columbus Blue Jackets. And then later on, in the period with 7 minutes and 10 seconds left. Ivan Provorov scored the second goal for the Columbus Blue Jackets. And right before that happened, Ryan Donato took a really big hit from Mason Marchment along the boards that he clearly was not happy about. And then Donato pops back up, starts to line up Mason Marchment, not really realizing that Marchment is eventually going to get the puck. So it looked like Donato was going to be charging after Mason Marchment regardless. Well, then Marchment gets the puck, and Donato lays one of the bigger hits that you're going to see in the NHL this season, especially on Marchment, who he throws his body around, and he's a big boy. And so you saw the power that Donato put into that hit and him kind of falling down after. That's how big Mason Marchment is. Unfortunately, though, Donato ends up going off the ice for a line change, and that only left the Blackhawks with 4 attackers defensively, and that's kind of what happened and why Columbus was able to get so wide open. So I'm not sure what Donato saw there. Maybe he turned around and he saw that the puck, that the Blackhawks had briefly gained possession of the puck, and he thought maybe they were going to clear it. But unfortunately for him, that ends up leading to a goal for the Columbus Blue Jackets. How about the big save, though, that Spencer Knight made towards the end of that first period for the Blackhawks with 35 seconds left? Connor Bedard turned the puck over in the offensive zone, and it led to a 3-on-1 rush for the Blue Jackets. That kind of was more of a 2-on-1 for Columbus with Kent Johnson and Sean Monahan. Johnson passed it over to Sean Monahan, who gives it right back to Kent Johnson, and just a massive left pad save by Spencer Knight. If Columbus scores there to make it 3-0, feels like this game is, we're kind of reaching a point where, the Blackhawks are going to have to get aggressive and throw the kitchen sink. But for Spencer Knight to come up big in that final minute of the first period was huge, because now if the Hawks get the next one, it is a hockey game again. Last thing I will say, Wyatt Kaiser left the game in that first period after taking it was a hit by Sam Renzel, who kind of hit Zach Werenski, and Werenski fell onto looked like the left knee of Wyatt Kaiser. Unfortunately, he ends up leaving, and it didn't look great, but hopefully we'll get an update either from the Blackhawks mid-game to see if he's probably going to be ruled out for the rest of the game. And then head coach Jeff Blashill after the game, I'm sure, will provide more of a further update on him. It's a Hawks down 2-0 to the Columbus Blue Jackets through one period of play. We'll set up the second period next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite awards show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
And now for a limited time, get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Cold weather and hockey season go together hand in hand, but your home isn't a hockey rink, and you want it to be the perfect temperature no matter the season. With Mitsubishi electric heating and air conditioning mini split systems, you get the ultimate comfort and efficiency every time, even in those difficult to heat places in your home. Their units are designed to deliver consistent comfort where you need it most. Check out Mitsubishi electric heating and cooling mini split systems today at getacomfyhome.com.
At Mom and Law, we know that when nursing home and assisted living facilities become careless, someone has to read between the lines. Bed sores, broken bones, medication errors, unexplained deaths. The signs are there, but nursing homes or assisted living facilities hope you won't find them. We've spent over 30 years making facilities answer for every single one. The good news, justice isn't just possible, it's within reach. Call us at 888-MOM-AND-LAW or visit momandlaw.com.
The Lutheran Hour began in 1930. It's the world's longest running Christian outreach radio program. Tune in Sunday mornings at 6:30 right here on WGN.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500. On air and on smart devices worldwide. Up next, the second period. Here's Charlie Roumeliotis with your recap.
Blackhawks and Blue Jackets are on the ice for the start of the second period over in Columbus. Hawks down 2-0. We had 0 penalties in the first period from either team. The Columbus Blue Jackets, by the way, they scored 2 goals. Both of them were by defensemen, Zach Werenski and obviously Ivan Provorov. That they lead all defensemen, or most defensemen, most goals by defensemen this year with 44. The next closest team, 39. So they Columbus Blue Jackets, they like to contribute offensively on the back end. Wyatt Kaiser, I'm not sure if he has taken the ice for the Blackhawks. Well, I'm sure John and Steve will provide an update on him. But if he's not able to return, Hawks are going to be at 5 defensemen the rest of the way. What's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com as we go back over to Columbus with John and Steve.
Charlie, I know Wyatt Kaiser, not as of yet. And Steve, I guess the only ray of sunshine in that bad news is the fact that if he is injured, he's got 3 weeks to get himself ready and get back in the lineup.
Yeah, I'm just counting the bench right now. There's 12 bodies on the bench. There should be 13, 4 defensemen and 9 forwards who aren't on the ice. So I would think that he's probably not going to be back for this period.
So we're underway here in the second period. Jackets get the puck. Matejchuk behind his net. Hands it off there to Fantilli, who'll drift in behind the Jacket net, then bank a pass up the right wing for Heinen. This off his stick and down into the Hawk end. The Hawks get the puck back. Vlasic along the left wing boards. Pokes the puck ahead, Dickinson. Blue Jacket, blue line. He'll scoop the puck down in behind the Columbus net. Ivan Provorov there fending off Ryan Donato, then shot it ahead and down, and icing's going to be called here against Columbus. So the Hawks, who were not great at the dot in period number 1, 4 for 13, need a little improvement starting right now.
Yeah, puck possession, I think, a little bit of an issue in period number 1. Part of that is winning faceoffs. They also had 5 giveaways in that first period versus just 3 for the Columbus Blue Jackets. So puck management, yeah, always important, especially on the road. You don't want to be giving the other team free looks, and that's what happened a couple of times with the Blackhawks through the neutral ice area. You turn it over, and the other team gets a pretty good look.
And the Jackets get control off this draw. Matejchuk lifting the puck down into the Hawk end. Here's Grzelcyk with a pass up ice. Looked like it hit Nazar's stick and deflects down to the right wing corner in the Jacket end. Matejchuk ridden into the far corner boards by Tyler Bertuzzi, but leaves the puck for Ivan Provorov. He'll sweep it around behind his net up the left wing side, and Marchment for the Jackets, deflecting the puck down behind the Hawk net. Olivier in to try and take it away from Nazar, could not. Then the Jackets get it anyway. Coyle firing from the slot, in and out of the glove of Knight. Here's Bedard with a pass up ice up the left wing. Picked off now by Sillinger, racing down the far side into the Hawk zone. Tried to angle a pass in front, ends up in behind. Nazar took the puck and misses on a pass ahead for Bedard. This will go down for icing against the Hawks now. We're down to 18:36 left in period number 2. Here in Columbus, it's 2-0 Jackets.
Remember, all Blackhawks wins this season are sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. And boy, we just saw a big shot from Big Charlie Coyle, who has had a resurgent season here with the Columbus Blue Jackets. 8 goals, 6 assists in his last 10 games. And, of course, he had that hat trick last Friday against the Chicago Blackhawks at the United Center.
Draw one by the Hawks. Here's Bertuzzi giving the puck to Grzelcyk. Hawk line left wing, head to Bertuzzi, front of the benches. He'll lift the puck down toward the right wing corner in the Jacket zone. Zach Werenski picks it off. Werenski between the circles. Head to Johnson, center ice. To Monahan over the Hawk line down the left wing side. Ridden into the boards by Murphy in the corner. Puck comes out in front of the net. And Andre Burakovsky looked like he made a step on a Columbus Blue Jacket stick and went down. Jackets get the puck back. Monahan threw it through the high slot. It was intended for Severson, but it was over his stick and down. And now Werenski to the puck beside his net. Here's Werenski. Lead pass up the right wing. Isaac Lundestrom into the Hawk zone to the right wing corner. He can't outman Alex Vlasic. He ends up tossing the puck in behind the Hawk net. Boone Jenner there will stick it back into the far corner. Moore went to get it. Lundestrom reached around him and poked it free. Here's a long shot from the line by Goodbranson. That's into the glove of Spencer Knight. He'll hold on to it there. He had a broken and discarded stick about 10 feet out in front of the crease.
It's amazing how many goals that these Columbus Blue Jackets defensemen have scored. And yeah, it certainly helps when Zach Werenski has 20 and he leads your team in points, but other guys have been contributing as well. We saw Provorov with that goal in period number 1. That's goal number 6 for Ivan Provorov. I should point out, too, Provorov taken in that same draft that Zach Werenski. He was the player taken prior to Zach Werenski.
Yeah.
He went number 7. Werenski went number 8. An excellent pick by the Columbus Blue Jackets.
And by the Flyers as well. And then a shot from the left wing side by Colton Dock in the Jacket zone. That's into the glove of Jet Greaves. He'll hold on to the puck, face-off circle to his right.
John, we haven't really talked a lot about Jet Greaves. He's not your prototypical netminder. He's only 6 feet tall. He's 190 pounds, but he's very athletic. Grew up in Ontario. He grew up a baseball player. He was a shortstop, so you know he's athletic. But just based on his size, he really has the battle to make saves.
With the first name like Jet, Steve, I'm guessing he was a pretty good base stealer. What do you think? Just an assumption.
I love that name. Penalty here against the Blue Jackets.
Crevier right point, gave the puck to Foligno at the blue line in the deep slot area. He'll whip it down behind the net. Doc skates into a check from Goodbranson, but kept the puck alive to Crevier, who then turns it over to Fantilli. And for the first time in the game, the Blackhawks are going to the Citgo power play. Score savings on every fill-up with Club Citgo. Download the app now to start saving.
Columbus penalty, number 43, 2-minute minor. Okay.
So Heinen gets the gate, 2 for hooking. He did not play in the game back at the United Center, but in the lineup tonight and draws his 2-minute minor.
Yeah, we should point out that Marchenko, their second leading scorer, not in the lineup. He missed the last game last night in New Jersey with the flu. He's out again. And the fourth line out there for the Chicago Blackhawks, Nick Foligno, they draw a penalty in the offensive zone. So maybe this helps ignite the Blackhawks. They've been a little flat thus far in the game.
Teuvo Teravainen stepping in to take the draw against the Jackets, Sean Monahan. Monahan wins the draw, but the Hawks get possession. Renzel at the right point, moves the puck over to Bedard, now in the left wing corner. He enters the left circle, drops it beside the net. Nazar walks out in front and fires, and Greaves goes down in the butterfly position to make that save with his body. And then he gloves the puck off the ice, hands it to the linesman, face-off circle to his right. Only 13 seconds gone to the power play.
Well, it's a good job by Greaves because there was no rebound off his body. And I love the thought process from Frank Nazar. You know, you get the puck in the goal line, bring it out front, shoot. And, you know, if you don't score yourself, you've got Tyler Bertuzzi out front for a rebound. Right. Unfortunately, no rebound to be had.
Well, the draw won by the Jackets. Monahan will skate the puck out to center ice and over the Hawk blue line. He lifts it through the air past Renzel, tried to skate around the pack and get to it, but he was beaten to it by Frank Nazar. Renzel between the circles, passing it on the left wing, Teravainen. To Bertuzzi over the Jacket line, left wing side, put it back to the point, but Charlie Coyle broke that up, and now Monahan's got it break shorthanded into the Hawk zone, then fires from the right circle. But Bedard got a stick in there, deflecting that up off the glass.
Yeah, good D from Connor Bedard. Not normally a defenseman, but sometimes, especially on the power play, as a forward, you might be back there, and an excellent stick.
Now, Nazar casually drops the puck at center ice. Lundestrom is there. He'll swing it down to the left wing corner Hawk zone. Nazar doubling back, took it away from Lundestrom. Head to Renzel, then to Bedard at center ice. Over the Jacket line on the right wing. Stopping there. He'll poke it down behind the net. Bertuzzi went to get it. His stick was tied up by that of Severson. And then the puck taken away by Werenski, who clears it around the boards and down.
Smart play by Severson, and they've been a very effective duo, he and Werenski. Severson knew that Werenski was close by. He took the stick of the Chicago forward, and an easy pickup and clear by the captain, Zach Werenski.
Grizzlick to the puck in front of the benches, center ice.
I said captain. I'm sorry, John.
That's okay.
He's not a captain. He's an assistant captain.
He's an alternate captain. Yeah, sure. He's He's part of the royalty, right? I mean, you were half right. Now 15 seconds on the power play. Grizzlick at the left point, leaving the puck top of the left circle to Moore. Back to Grizzlick. He hammers a shot from the deep slot. That's into the glove of Jet Greaves. He'll hold on to the puck. We'll get a whistle in the face-off circle to his left. Now 9 seconds left on the Hawk power play.
You know, with Ryan Green out of the lineup, and he was a healthy scratch tonight, you see Ilya Mikheyev on that second unit power play, and it's great to see. Unfortunately, he wasn't taking the eyes away of the netminder, Jet Greaves. He was just off to the side, trying to get his stick on it. Now, if he's right in front of Jet Greaves, that shot from Matt Grizzlick maybe has a chance to go in.
Now the draw, won by the Jackets. Then the puck turned over in front. Look out. Oh, Foligno nearly had a play for it, but it's knocked over his stick. And the Jackets back to full strength. Heinen out of the box. He'll pick up the puck at the Columbus blue line and hand it off to Sean Monahan. Over the Hawk blue line to Heinen, left wing boards. Put it in front of the net for Matejchuk. His stick was all tied up from behind by Matt Grizzlick. And the puck turned over at the Hawk blue line. Charlie Coyle into the right circle. Put it left circle. Heinen shoots and scores. Boy, do the Jackets know what to do with a turned over puck in the offensive zone.
Well, here's the problem with a turned over puck. You know, you're thinking offense, you're flying the zone, you're flying your route, and it ends up on the stick of the other team, and you're out of position now. And unfortunately for the Blackhawks, it was kind of a tough pass. Nick Foligno trying to get it up to Ryan Donato. It was in his skates. It ends up right on the stick of a Columbus Blue Jacket player. Boy, they make you pay. They make you pay in a hurry. And literally within 3 seconds of that turnover, it's in the back of the net of the Blackhawks. 3-0 Columbus.
So it's Danton Heinen from Charlie Coyle. The goal at 5:17 of period number 2. Another turned over puck, Hawk line. Werenski's got it. Moves it over to the right wing boards to Marchment. He then misplays the puck down beside the Hawk net. Murphy there to get it. Put it around the right side to Burakovsky, Hawk line. To Dickinson, then to Vlasic. He's over the Jacket line on the left wing. Flips the puck down behind the net. Werenski misplays it out in front of the net. Dickinson hustling, got to the puck at the line, and then lost it to center ice. And Murphy will pound it back into the Jacket zone on a delayed offside situation. Here's Werenski. Carries the center ice. Moves it past the Heinen. Crossing the Hawk line on the right wing. And he'll spit the puck down behind the net around into the near corner. Burakovsky got it there. Over to Vlasic. Put a pass up the left wing intended for Bertuzzi, but he was all tied up by Severson in front of the benches. Jackets get the puck back. Werenski will dump it down to the left corner Hawk zone. Miles Wood went to get it, but he was checked by Murphy. And Burakovsky to the puck between the circles. Hawk in. To Nazar center ice. To Murphy. Steps into the Jacket zone, right point. Sticks the puck down behind the net. Around it goes up the far side. Taken back by Werenski, actually Matejchuk of the Jackets. To Provorov, left wing at center ice. He'll dump it down behind the Hawk net. Knight out to play it away to the far boards. Lundestrom held it into Matejchuk, right point. Long wrist shot, blocked in front. And Bertuzzi goes down from a chop from Jenner. No penalty call. Miles Wood with a puck along the right wing boards. Angles one in front. That hit Rinzel. Teravainen will grab the puck and skate it to center on the right wing and then chip it off the boards into the Jacket zone. The Jackets get the puck back. Matejchuk with a pass up ice. Deflects down behind the Hawk net. Around up the near side. Crevier there for the Hawks. Lead pass to Teravainen. Put it in front for Bedard. He fires a shot and hit the post and goes wide. Best chance of the night for the Hawks. Fabro behind the Jacket net. Winds the puck around to Coyle. Right wing side. He sent it all the way down ice unintentionally, and icing's going to be called here against Columbus. Crowd didn't like the call, but the Hawks did, so they get a face-off inside the Jacket zone. This will be in the circle to Greaves' right.
Good job by the Blackhawks taking advantage of a lazy change by Columbus, and Chicago gets the puck up the ice. I think it was Vlasic all the way up to Teuvo Teravainen, and John, as you mentioned, put it right on the stick of Connor Bedard. He chopped at it just off that right post, and as you mentioned, the closest attempt yet by the Blackhawks to getting a goal.
Well, the Jackets end up with a puck off the draw anyway. And Fabro moving it up the left wing. Sillinger, Blue Jacket blue line. He shot it across the rig to Goodbranson. He'll dump the puck behind the Hawk net. Murphy with a clever pass ahead to Oliver Moore. Now to Connor Bedard, breaking over the Jacket line. Fed the left circle, Burakovsky. He drew the stick back to fire a wrist shot, and the puck rolled off his stick blade. Jackets get it back. At center ice, Fabro will just backhand the puck down into the Hawk zone. Matt Grzelcyk on the fly back. You get it as the teams make line changes. Here's Grzelcyk inside the Hawk line. To Murphy, right wing side. Whips it back over to Matt Grzelcyk along the left boards. Then back over to Murphy along the right boards. Then back to Grzelcyk now in front of the Hawk net. Bank pass up the right wing. Mikheyev steps into the Jacket zone at the point. He'll move in and fire, and Fabro hit one knee to block that one away to the far side. And Kent Johnson moves the puck away. Monahan, now good Branson, Jacket line. With a pass ahead to Voronkov at center ice. Then to Johnson, put the puck to the left wing corner, Hawk in. Vlasic took it away to Dickinson behind the net. He tried to clear the puck out. He takes a slash in the process, and a penalty is going to be called here to Columbus. We'll have another Hawk power play when we return. With 11:18 left in period number 2. It's the Jackets 3 and the Hawks no score. Now they flashed the red light on. I wasn't sure if we were going to a break or not, folks. This is Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Sometimes words fall short. That's when jewelry speaks. This Valentine's Day, say everything you feel with a gift that lasts. At Rogers & Holland's Family Jewelers, their Valentine's Day sales features incredible savings on jewelry and watches made to cherish forever. When words aren't enough, let jewelry do the talking. At Rogers & Holland's, stop by one of their many stores or shop online at fornowandforever.com.
Rogers and Holland, for now and forever.
The big game is here, and it's time to elevate your game with Circa Sports. Circa Sports isn't just sports betting, it's sports betting the way it should be, with no bet fee. The big game requires a big betting menu, and Circa Sports Illinois has you covered. From player props to game scenarios, Circa Sports has it all, including their fan favorite Circa Squares menu. Instead of picking your big game squares randomly, choose your numbers and place your bets. Visit circasports.com to download your new bookie today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Marquette Bank has been Chicagoland's neighborhood bank for 80 years. 80 years is a long time. Marquette Bank is here to help you build savings, buy a home, plan for retirement. Marquette Bank is here to help you achieve your financial goals. When you bank with Marquette Bank, good things happen for you and your neighborhood. Marquette Bank, love where you bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 462926.
Hey Blackhawks fans, it's Connor Bedard. Game on. Time for Blackhawks hockey.
Well, thanks, Connor. And Who's Hot, Who's Cold is sponsored by Plumbers 911 Chicago, where they do it right the first time. And Who's Hot? Well, the aforementioned Connor Bedard. He has goals in 3 straight games. Career high is 4 straight. He did that earlier this year. That was when he went on a run of 11 goals in 11 games. And who's cold? How about the New Jersey Devils? They lost to these Columbus Blue Jackets last night, 3-0. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games. In mid-November, shortly after beating the Blackhawks, they were in first place in the Metro Division. Mentioned they lost 4 of their last 5 games. They are now second worst record in the Eastern Conference.
Just hard to believe that a swing like that can affect the team's fortunes so unfavorably.
Well, you know, Jack Hughes gets injured while in Chicago off the ice, and you know that really put a damper on things. They've never really recovered since that time. That was mid-November.
Bedard hustling into the Jacket zone. Right point, dropped the puck off for Teravainen. He was immediately tied up by Lundestrom, who pulled the puck free, and then it's cleared down ice by Coyle. Renzel's got the puck beside the Hawk net. This is the Hawks' second Sitco power play. Score savings on every fill-up with Club Sitco. Download the app now to start saving. Hawks gain the Jacket zone. Bedard pokes it into the high slot. Renzel, he'll move in and fire, and a glove save made by Greaves. Greaves holds on to the puck.
I was just going to say, John, you can see why he was a shortstop. That was an excellent glove save, flashing the leather. And I like the decision there by Sam Renzel, too. He didn't have anyone to pass it to, but he had no one fronting him, so he took better ice. He skated in another 10 feet, took that high-rising snapshot, but unfortunately, an unscreened Jet Greaves is probably going to make that save 99% of the time.
You know, Steve, I was just thinking for a second there, if a kid loved the game of baseball, then became a hockey goalie, he was probably a catcher in baseball, wouldn't you think? Maybe.
You know what? That makes sense, and I've heard of that before, goalies who were catchers, but I know that he played shortstop, so obviously a lot of good athletic ability. Well, I mean, you got to be a good athlete playing catcher, too, but typically a little more stout, a little heavier, and he's got great reflexes.
You got the good info. Here's Bertuzzi, bottom of the right circle, Jacket zone, trying to feed a pass back into the high slot for Renzel, but Boone Jenner, Jacket captain, deflects that one back to the Hawk blue line. Quick pass now. Renzel, here's Teravainen breaking into the Jacket zone down the slot. He had about 4 sticks to contend with and couldn't pull a shot off. Finally, the puck taken away and cleared down ice by Severson. 20 seconds left on the Hawk power play. They're in their last rush. Renzel to center. Quick pass, Foligno breaking in over the Jacket line to the right wing boards. Fed it back to the high slot to Moore. To Foligno, top of the right circle now with 8. Leaving it there for Oliver Moore. He'll stop beside the board, put it in front for Foligno. He redirected the puck wide. This puck around to the left side boards. Jackets come to full strength. Burakovsky flipped the puck down to the corner, picked off by Goodbranson. He'll lift it out the center ice. Burakovsky had it for a moment, now takes it back over the center ice circle. Gave the puck to Ryan Donato. He's into the Jacket zone on the right wing side and flips the puck down behind the net. Goodbranson sticks it back around up that same side. Monahan will redirect the puck down into the Hawk zone. And back to get it, Matt Grizzly. Hawks 0 for 2 in the power play. Here's the pass ahead now. Dickinson into the Jacket zone. Pulled the puck back to fire a wrist shot, and then Heinen got in there with his stick to lift Dickinson's stick off the puck. And the Jackets are back the other way. Werenski, left wing corner, Hawk zone, centers the puck, picked off by Donato in front. Quick pass up the right wing. Here's Mikheyev bolting through center over the Jacket line, stopping the circle. Back pass to Murphy, high slot. He'll take it to the left circle, fire a backhand, and Greaves is down with a butterfly save and holds on to the puck. Whistle stops play. 8:23 left in the second. 3-0 Blue Jackets. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Mornings on WGN start at 6 with me, Bob Surratt. Nights along to Blackhawks hockey and sometimes Landecker.
What do the Blackhawks and United Airlines have in common? The next generation has arrived, and the future looks bright. New planes are joining the United Airlines fleet every week, decked out with Bluetooth connectivity, screens and power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to fit everyone's carry-on. Book your next trip on the United app or United.com today. United Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Jiffy Lube's quick, quality 15-minute oil change service will have your car ready before you know it. It's so fast, you'll find yourself saying, already ready? Even now, after I just told you, you'll still be surprised at how fast and efficient it is. Plus, Jiffy Lube does more than just oil changes fast. They'll take care of the preventive maintenance your car needs to keep running smoothly, like free fluid top-offs, battery checks, and more. All in a jiffy. So come in today. You're practically already ready. A mesothelioma or lung cancer diagnosis leaves you overwhelmed. Who's responsible? What are your options? How to protect your family's future? When everything's uncertain, finding clear personal guidance is difficult. Vogelzang Law makes a meaningful difference. For over 25 years, their attorneys have focused exclusively on asbestos cases, helping families nationwide with care and experience. They'll meet with you in your home, explain your rights, and outline next steps with no obligation. Call 312-466-1669 or visit vogelzanglaw.com.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
Hey, Blackhawk fans, make sure to upgrade your wardrobe by repping the Hawks anytime, anywhere. Our Centennial Chapter collections include everything from authentic jerseys and fresh hats to must-have hoodies and tees for every fan. Make sure to check out cbhshop.com, your one-stop shop for all official Blackhawks gear.
Oliver Moore, who was 0 for 4 on draws, wins this one. Bedard moves it now. High slot. He'll fire. That goes just wide of the net. Severson to the puck in the far corner. Lifts it through the air and down ice into the Hawk zone. Renzel easily beats the oncoming Sillinger to the dots in the Hawk zone, and that means icing against Columbus.
You know, John, Charlie Remiliotis just gave me a heads up by text that he doesn't think that Colton Dock is on the bench, and when I count the bodies there's 11, so there should be 13. We know they're without Kaiser, Wyatt Kaiser, who, if you're joining us late, was injured in the first period, has not been seen since. And now Colton Dock, and I didn't see that collision, but he is always involved physically. The leading hitter on the Chicago Blackhawks, leading hitter by 99 hits on the Chicago Blackhawks.
Yeah. And he's among the league leaders in hits, which is a great thing for a young man like that until his game rounds into form, obviously at the NHL level. But Sure have to pay a price sometimes with those hits, don't you?
You sure do.
Point. Here's Bedard into the Jacket zone. Right wing side, a drop pass for Burakovsky, picked off by the Jackets. Severson back at center ice. Trying to pass it across the rink, picked off by Burakovsky. Now Bedard to Moore. Steps into the Jacket zone right point. Tried to pass it back through the high slot. This is picked off by Olivier. Olivier flipping it down into the Hawk zone. Around it goes to the near side to Sillinger. To Monahan along the left wing boards. To Olivier left wing corner. He does a spin on Bedard. Here's Olivier back behind the net. Trying to wrap around. Louis Crevier reaching in there. Pope checks the puck away. And then Bedard grabs it behind the Hawk net. He'll pass up to right wing. Andre Burakovsky. Hawk blue line. Who shot a pass ahead intended for Teravainen. This misses and goes down, but they're going to wave the icing as good Branson fires the puck around to center ice. And it went through a couple of Hawk players at the bench. Could have very easily have been too many men on the ice against the Hawks, but no penalty call. Crevier passing to center ice. It was intended for Nazar. He overskated the puck. The Jackets get it back. Dante Fabro into the Hawk zone to Kent Johnson, right circle. Fed the slot. Monahan. He shoots in and out of the glove of Knight. And the puck cleared down ice by Nazar.
It's a real good save by Spencer Knight. Not a heck of a lot going on. Then all of a sudden, kind of a 3-on-2 right at the last second from the Columbus Blue Jackets. And an excellent glove save from the Blackhawk netminder.
Fabro with a pass ahead to Johnson at center ice on the left wing. He sends a bouncing puck in on Knight, who waved it away to the corner. And then Grzelcyk fed the puck in front of the net. The Hawks all get together and defend, move the puck into the near corner. Nazar's got it to Grzelcyk between the circles. To Teravainen over the center ice circle near the end of his shift. He'll just toss the puck down to the left wing corner in the Jacket in and get off on a change. And Provorov now passing ahead up the left wing side. Picked off by Donato at the blue line. Rolled to the slot and fires. That's just over the net. Ilya Mikheyev to the puck near corner. Had it stripped away by Fantilli. Fantilli to center ice. Got it to Heinen over the Hawk line. To Marchman right circle. Fires toward the net. Look out. It deflects in behind. It may have clipped Jason Dickinson in the face
I think
as
you're
the
right.
puck went by.
Yeah, he's reaching up to his jaw right now.
Marchman to the slot firing. Blocker save made by Spencer Knight. Rinzel near corner. Pokes the puck behind the Hawk net. Far corner it goes to Murphy. Bank pass up the left wing at center ice off of Donato's stick. Taken back by Fantilli of the Jackets, and he'll clear down behind the Hawk net. Murphy leaves the puck over in the far corner to Donato. We'll put it back in behind the Hawk net to Murphy. Hawks in a line change. Here's Rinzel passing it ahead. Nick Foligno leaves a skipping puck in the Jacket zone. Mikheyev's got it down the right wing. Carries behind the net. Tried a backhanded wraparound. The puck went right through the crease. Loose puck to the near boards. Foligno kicks it into the right wing corner. Slaggert is there. He is tripped as he tried to barrel to the Jacket net, and he goes down to the ice. Another penalty will be called here to Columbus. We'll have a Citgo power play when we return. 4:51 left in period number 2. 3-0 Jackets. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, Mom. It's me. Oh, my gosh. You'll never believe what I just opened for Valentine's Day. A sapphire ring from Hellsberg. Just like the one I lost years ago. Remember how excited I was when you gave it to me? I cannot believe you remembered that story. I guess you were right. I really found the one.
This Valentine's Day, create a moment that means something with up to 40% off gifts at Hellsberg. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Tired of losing power when it storms? Call Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric today for a free estimate on a whole home standby generator. Never be without power again. Fully installed systems starting at just $99 a month. How about your sump pump, your fridge, or your freezer, your garage doors, your heating and cooling? You can stay comfortable and safe in your home all year long. Four Seasons is the largest and most award-winning Generac dealer in Illinois and Northwest Indiana.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Hi, I'm Tim Stearns from TJ Stearns. I find that people are generally unaware of certain factors that can significantly impact your path to retirement. Factors like healthcare, taxes, income, and legacy planning. As you approach retirement, if these elements are not addressed, it can have devastating effects. I call it the retirement riddle, and I love solving it. Call me. Let's discuss a Protect and Grow blueprint. 1-800-640-2256. My only minimum is that you're a nice person. 1-800-640-2256 or visit tjstearns.com.
It's Jason Dickinson. Listen to John Williams weekday mornings at 10. Back to the game.
Hey, thanks, Jason. And just because the Blackhawks are off during the NHL break doesn't mean you have to stay out of the loop. Be the first to know about breaking news, exclusive ticket offers, and exciting retail drops for the remainder of the season. All delivered straight to your phone. Sign up today for Blackhawks text alerts. Just text BHawks to 242957.
That trade Charlie was talking about involving former Hawk Artemi Panarin going to the LA Kings. Kings certainly addressing a need. You just wonder how far they'll go in the playoffs. They haven't been able to get past the Edmonton Oilers the last couple seasons, but maybe with Panarin and maybe with the goaltending change in Edmonton, maybe that happens this year.
Yeah.
That's if they play, right?
Well, yeah, and Edmonton's got to make it to the playoffs. Yeah. That's right.
Now Hawks on their third power play. Bertuzzi right wing corner. Tried to center the puck. It's off of Nazar's stick back to the right wing corner. Puck knocked up the boards to Rinzel, right point. Whips it over to Bedard. Bedard, bottom of the left circle, tried to jam it in front. Did Branson stop that with a stick? Bedard took the puck back behind the net. Put it over left wing corner, Nazar. Nazar left circle, leaving it in the corner. Bedard, Rinzel high slot. Back to Bedard. Tried to flip it over to the right circle. This is picked up by Monahan of the Jackets. Head to Charlie Coyle. And he'll flip it off the left side boards and down behind the Hawk net. 1:12 on the Hawk power play. Rinzel dropping the puck back in the Hawk zone. Nazar's got it. Carries to center ice. He in turn drops it back to Bedard in the Hawk zone, and he'll carry through center. Over the jacket line, gave it to Rinzel. High slot to Teravainen along the right sideboards. Teravainen holding the puck to Bertuzzi right wing corner. Saucer pass in front. Nazar fires. Kicked out of there by Greaves. Hawks get the puck back. Teravainen to Nazar in the slot. He'll fire. Greaves again down with a butterfly save. Will hold the puck. The whistle will stop play. 42 seconds now left on the Hawk power play. They trail the Blue Jackets 3-0 with 3:33 left in period two.
Well, Frank Nazar with 2 shots on the power play, literally within 5 seconds of each other, and I really like the setup. He's in that bumper position. Tyler Bertuzzi gets it to him for the one-timer. Dick Greaves made a really good stop with his right pad, and then moments later, it was Teuvo Teravainen getting it to Nazar in the bumper spot, and maybe not as good a shot, but he does get it on net.
Puck rolls free in the slot. Burakovsky fires. That's over the net. Well, Burakovsky's just snake bitten right now. Here's Moore, top of the right circle with the puck. To Donato in the right circle. He'll turn and fire in and out of the glove of Greaves. Foligno got to the puck behind the net. Now Grzelcyk to Moore, top of the right circle. Guns a shot over the net. Burakovsky recovers in the left wing circle. Put it out to the left point to Grzelcyk. 12 seconds in the power play. Now Grzelcyk gave it away to Burakovsky, top of the left circle. Tried to feed it back to Grzelcyk, and Charlie Coyle poke checks this to center ice. Grzelcyk right back into the Jacket zone. Put the puck to the left wing corner. Donato got it there. Jackets come to full strength. Donato to Foligno in the right wing corner. Put it to Donato back in the net. They tried to poke it from a sharp angle on goal, but ends up in behind. Puck held in by Crevier at the line now with a nice play, but he backhands it off the end boards and the Jacket end, and the Jackets get the puck back.
Well, Charlie Coyle out there killing penalties. He's a great offensive player. He's got the reach. He's 6'5", he's got a long stick, and that pass by Burakovsky just got upset right at the last second and outside of the offensive blue line.
Back in the Hawk zone behind the net. Jason Dickinson to the puck. Waving it up the left wing side. Landon Slaggert. Slaggert now will drop it between the circles to Vlasic. Made a lead pass ahead to Dickinson center ice. Ahead to Slaggert into the Jacket zone to Dickinson left circle. Pumps a shot toward the net. It goes over top. In behind the net. Slaggert in to try and get the puck. Matejchuk beat him to it. Then Slaggert took it back left circle. Crosses the slot. Leaves it for Crevier. Top of the right circle. And he guns a shot to the net. Shoulder save made by Greaves. Vlasic from the left point. Pokes it down behind the net. Dickinson to Mikheyev left corner to Vlasic. To Crevier right point. Winds and fires on a left pad kick save made by Greaves. Fantilli back the other way. Crossing the Hawk line down the right wing. Vlasic reaching. Poke checks the puck away. And then Crevier took it away from Fantilli in front of the Hawk net. Passing it ahead for Bedard to the right wing corner. Jacket zone. Tried to make a play, but he ends up giving the puck to Zach Werenski of the Jackets. Back through center. Gave it to Sillinger. Hawk zone left point. He put the puck down the boards, picked off by Burakovsky. Burakovsky between the circles, passing to Moore over the center ice circle. He's given a bump by Olivier and off the puck. Murphy now behind the net. Put it around up the right wing side. Andre Burakovsky back to Connor Murphy. Left wing is center ice. Runs into Boone Jenner. Lost the puck down into the Blue Jacket zone. And the Jackets will now clear their end. Severson with a lead pass up the right side for Jenner. Off his stick into the far corner. Hawk in. Renzel strokes the puck up the far boards. Not out. Fabro kept it in right point. Spins it down behind the net. Left wing corner to Olivier. To Dante Fabro left point now. Put it down to the left wing half boards. Poked away, but then Olivier recovers at the blue line and fires, and that's blocked in front of the net. Now Stillinger in the right wing corner. Sends it to right point. Good Branson. To Fabro, left point, long. Wrist shot sails wide. Recovered at the right point by Good Branson. Put the puck down the boards. Bedard can't clear. Sillinger dropping it right point to Good Branson. Now the Sillinger near the right point. He's going to run out of time before he can do anything. The horn sounds ending play here in period number 2. 40 minutes are in the books. The Jackets with a comfortable 3-0 lead after that sequence of play.
Yeah, a little better, though, John, I thought, for the Blackhawks towards the end of that period. And, yeah, the power play helped, but they just seemed to be playing in the Columbus zone just a little bit more. And Jed Greaves, I thought, tested a couple of times, came up big for his team. And don't forget, Connor Bedard earlier in this period put one off the post, too. So, yeah, 3-0 to score. Blackhawks did outshoot Columbus in that period, 8-4. So maybe a little bit of life there, and maybe, just maybe, the Columbus Blue Jackets getting a little tired. 4th game in 6 nights for them.
You read my mind. I was just going to come back with you with that point. You mentioned it earlier in the broadcast with Charlie about how a team that's playing in the 2nd game in 2 nights, which the Blue Jackets are. And this is kind of a reversal of script. The last time the Blackhawks played the Blue Jackets, the Blackhawks had played a game the night before, and the Blue Jackets were fresh. Well, the Blackhawks were waiting here in Columbus for the Blue Jackets to come home, and maybe we're seeing exactly what you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, the power play helped because, you're going to have possession, you're going to get some looks, and Frank Nazar had a couple looks. But I thought that gave him a little bit of momentum. And, yeah, all of a sudden, Columbus starts making some turnovers. They get maybe a little tired in their own zone. So it's not out of the question. The Blackhawks just have to get the next goal. But that's the key. You got to score the next goal.
All right. 3-0 Columbus after 2. Charlie Romeliotis is standing by in Blackhawks Central. He's going to have a full intermission report. That's going to be followed by 3rd period action with the Hawks looking to make a significant comeback here and at least extract 1 point out of this game before they head to the Olympic break. Hey, anything's possible. As one of my favorite comedians, Judy Tenuta, used to say, it could happen. She's from the Chicago area, by the way. She was awesome. 3-0 Jackets after 2. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, Jeremy Roenick here. I played in an era that was tough, gritty, old school. But I got major respect for the next generation of hockey. The speed, the skill, the precision. That's what I see in Flight by Yuengling. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, but built for today. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, clean, crisp, real beer flavor without the heaviness. This is the light beer that keeps up with the modern game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. G.G. Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
When you're betting and find yourself constantly thinking about gambling and you're losing more money than you have, are you really winning? If you're spending too much time with the slots or you can't stop betting on sports and you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, maybe lying, and probably losing more money than you can afford to lose, you're not alone and you can get help. It's available 24/7 and it's confidential. When your betting has gotten out of hand, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.areyoureallywinning.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Department of Human Services.
The Blackhawks defend their home ice, but who defends yours? Since 1936, Culligan has been your trusted water expert, providing cleaner, safer, better tasting water to Chicagoans like you. As the official water provider of the Blackhawks, certified Culligan filtration gives you the best water wherever you are, at home, at work, or roaring during the national anthem in the United Center. Enjoy water you trust from a partner you trust. Culligan, water you love.
It's Bob Surratt. If you follow hockey, you know how important protection is. Protecting the net, the lead, the win. Planning for retirement isn't much different. It's not one decision, it's many. Each one shapes the life you want, how to create reliable income, how much risk to take, when to step away from work, and how to safeguard what you've built. Handling all of that alone can feel like a full-time job. That's why I chose Trajan Wealth. Their fiduciary advisors work with you one-on-one to make the complex feel clear and build a plan that keeps your money working for what's ahead. Your strategy starts with a simple conversation. For a retirement plan you can trust, let Trajan Wealth guide you. Schedule your complimentary review at TrajanWealth.com or visit their offices in Naperville, Park Ridge, or Orland Park. Trajan Wealth, helping protect what you've built for what comes next.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Permaseal, the leader in basement waterproofing, also offers foundation repair, concrete restoration, and attic insulation. Call 800-421-SEAL or visit permaseal.net.
Time for a break. It's intermission time.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Here's Charlie Remiliotis with your intermission update.
Through 40 minutes over in Columbus, and the Blackhawks still searching for their first goal of the game, despite having 3 power plays in that middle frame. It was Columbus outscoring Chicago 1-0 in that second period. Blue Jackets up 3-0 through 2 periods of play. At each home game at the United Center this season, we will be saluting a veteran, which is sponsored by JeffBuysYourHouse.com, a proud veteran-owned business serving Chicagoland since 2007. 9 other games on the NHL schedule today. So let's get through some scores. None of them have gone final because a lot of them are happening later on tonight. We start in Florida, where the Panthers are currently up 3-2 on the Boston Bruins. Midway through the second period, Matthew Tkachuk has a goal and an assist in the game for the Panthers. Anton Lundell, who missed the last game because of an injury, is back on the lineup. He also has picked up an assist on one of the 3 goals. Something to monitor: Charlie McAvoy for the Boston Bruins left in the first period after taking an illegal check to the head, which is a really unfortunate situation, and something to monitor because McAvoy was named to Team USA's roster, and I imagine he's going to play a top 4 role. So hopefully it's nothing serious for McAvoy, and it's not going to cause him to miss the Olympics, because that would be a massive loss for Team USA. The Winnipeg Jets were up 1-0 on the Montreal Canadiens at home, but Montreal has scored 3 unanswered goals and are currently up 3-1 late in the second. Lane Hudson has found the back of the net for Montreal. He's got 10 goals now on the season. The Minnesota Wild are in Nashville tonight to take on the Predators. Minnesota is currently up 2-1 on Nashville midway through the first period. Matt Boldy has both of the goals for the Minnesota Wild, and Quinn Hughes registered a primary assist on the second one to extend his point streak now to 10 games, as the Minnesota Wild are looking to extend their point streak as a team to 7. They're 5-0-1 in their last 6 games. How about some other games that are happening later on tonight? The Colorado Avalanche are hosting the San Jose Sharks. Colorado is looking for their 6th win in 15 games after having just 2 regulation losses in their first 40 games of the year. The Detroit Red Wings are in Utah to take on the Mammoth tonight. The Mammoth are just 2-3-0 in their last 5 after going 8-0-1 in their previous 9 games. The second game of the TNT doubleheader is Blues Stars in Dallas. The Stars are looking for their 6th win in a row after going 3-7-4 in their previous 14 games. So they've certainly they've gotten the wheels back on the train tracks. How about the Battle of Alberta happening right before the Olympic break between the Oilers and Flames in Calgary? Edmonton is looking to avoid a 3-game losing skid, which would be its season high, or it would match a season high. Calgary is looking for its 2nd win in 8 games. The Vancouver Canucks are in Vegas tonight to take on the Golden Knights. The Golden Knights are winless in their last 5 games and have just 1 win in their last 8 after ripping off 7 wins in a row before that. And then finally, the LA Kings are hosting the Seattle Kraken tonight. Anze Kopitar is 1 point away from 1,300 career NHL points. Some other NHL news: the NHL roster freeze kicked in today at 2 p.m. ahead of the Olympic break, and 2 trades were made ahead of that, including a blockbuster. We start with the first one. The New Jersey Devils acquired center Nick Bjugstad from the St. Louis Blues for a conditional 4th-round pick in 2026 and forward Thomas Bordeleau. And then the bigger one, the LA Kings acquired superstar winger Artemi Panarin from the New York Rangers for Liam Greentree, a conditional 2026 third and a conditional 2028 4th-round pick. Kind of an underwhelming return for the New York Rangers, but that's because Artemi Panarin had a full no movement clause, and reportedly LA is the only team that he gave to the Rangers. And so that's essentially the Rangers didn't have much leverage. Panarin has already signed a 2-year extension at an $11 million cap hit. That's going to kick in next year as a pending UFA. And then finally, the New York Rangers retained 50% of Panarin's salary. Meanwhile, over in Columbus, the Blackhawks are down 3-0 to the Blue Jackets. We'll take a break and break down that second period next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Spend your middays with me, John Williams, 10 to 2 on WGN Radio.
The NHL is officially back, and right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. Put your first bet in the back of the net on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks. Must be 21 or older and present in Illinois. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Bob Jazz Chevrolet in Elbert takes customer satisfaction seriously, and they have a proud reputation focusing on solid customer service. With a Chevrolet certified service department stocked with genuine GM parts and accessories, Bob Jazz Chevrolet is dedicated to maintaining your Chevy's optimum performance. Check out their current offers, discounts, and coupons right now at BobJazzChevrolet.com. Call 630-448-4083 or visit Bob Jazz Chevrolet in Elburn. Bob Jazz is a proud sponsor of Chicago Blackhawks Radio.
The Salvation Army knows that tough times don't discriminate. Too many of our fellow fans across Chicago are struggling to make ends meet. We're seeing more people than ever walk through the doors asking for help. People from communities the Salvation Army has served for decades. That's why the Salvation Army assists those in need all year long, not just during the holiday season. The goal is simple: make sure our neighbors are cared for every day. Go to salarmychicago.org and make a difference now.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
Second intermission at Nationwide Arena between the Blackhawks and Blue Jackets. The final game for the Blackhawks before the Olympic break. And unfortunately, it's not going so well for Chicago. It trails 3-0 to Columbus. Man, the Blackhawks had opportunities to get in that game in the second. They had 3 power plays. Unfortunately, were not able to capitalize on any of them. And the Hawks registered some numbers, though I didn't feel like they really got a ton of high quality scoring chances on those 3 power plays. Hawks generated 10 shot attempts, 6 shots on goal, were credited with 7 scoring chances, but only 3 of those 7 were from high danger areas, according to Natural Stat Trick. Man, it feels like that first power play that the Blackhawks had less than 3 minutes into the second period. If the Hawks capitalize there, they can make it a 2-1 game. They don't. Columbus scores the next one to make it 3-0. And when it's a 3-0 game, at that point, you're just kind of chasing the rest of it. But the Blackhawks had essentially back-to-back power plays, one with 11:18 left, and then another with 4:51 left. Columbus has not had a single power play in this game. Even if the Hawks would have scored on one of those 2 on the second or third to cut it to a 3-1 deficit, maybe it just gets things going for the Blackhawks. But the power play struggles continue, even though the Blackhawks did snap an 0-for-27 power play drought in the last game on Monday against San Jose. Hawks they're currently 0-for-3 in the game tonight, now dropping to 1-for-34 on the power play in their last 13 games. I say 13 games because there was one power play near the end of the Nashville game that the Hawks had. They didn't convert, so kind of dates back to that 3-0 Nashville 3-0 win over Nashville for the Blackhawks. But man, the power play still unfortunately hasn't been able to get going. Do want to say Wyatt Kaiser, the Blackhawks ruled him out at the beginning of the second period. And then Colton Dock took just one shift in that second for the Blackhawks, and he did not return. We'll see what his status is. I imagine he's going to be out for the rest of the game. And if that is the case, Hawks are going to be playing the third period with 11 forwards and 5 defensemen. So they're going to be down a forward, down a defenseman. Obviously not ideal. So at this point, you just kind of want to get to the, you just kind of want to get through to the end of this one. But hopefully the Hawks are able to capitalize on some of their opportunities. Let's get to tonight's third period projection, sponsored by Robinhood. You expect more from yourself, expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/your money. Man, if you're the Blackhawks, try to throw the kitchen sink at the Columbus Blue Jackets here in the third period and just make things interesting. Go into the break feeling good about yourselves. Maybe put together an impressive comeback. 20 minutes left in the books, and then you can think about the vacation, right? Hawks are in a stretch where they're finally wrapping up 21 games in 40 days. Just 20 more minutes, 20 more hard minutes, though, if the Hawks can kind of empty the tank. Let's see if they can make things interesting here in the third. One more break to get to, and then we're going to set up that third period next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Welcome to Take 5 Oil Change.
Hey, which way is your waiting room?
Oh, you can stay in your car. It only takes 10 minutes.
I can stay in? Get out. I better find a good playlist to listen to while I wait. EDM? Nah. Oh, what about something classical? Nah. You got any suggestions?
Dad rock?
Now you speaking my language.
Take 5. The stay in your car 10-minute oil change.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Troy Murray. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing, the #1 premium composite decking brand, tough enough to handle anything. It looks like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Remember that smell of the sauce simmering on the stove all day? The laughter, the stories, the family gathered around the table. You can bring back that feeling with Marconi imported Italian tomatoes. These aren't just any tomatoes. They're grown, picked, and packed in the San Marzano region of Italy. Rich, sweet, full of flavor. The perfect base for your homemade sauce and soups. Next time you're at the store, look for Marconi, because the best conversations start in the kitchen and the best meals start with Marconi. And don't forget the Jardinera.
For the lowest gas prices in Chicagoland, visit WGNradio.com/gas prices. Sponsored by your local Chevy dealers at ChevyDriveChicago.com.
It's the final 20. The third period's just ahead. Here's Charlie Remeliotis with your recap.
Blackhawks and Blue Jackets are on the ice for the start of the third period. The Hawks are still looking for that first goal of the game. They have 14 shots. 15 shots have missed the net and 5 have been blocked. So if you're the Blackhawks, throw the kitchen sink at Columbus, but make sure you're getting those pucks on the net and maybe crack the shutout for Jet Greaves. What's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at TimberTech.com as we go back over to John and Steve for the call in the third period.
All right, Charlie, thank you very much. Well, what may be comforting to Blackhawk fans, a little I can muster up right now, in light of the score, 3-0 in favor of Columbus, is the fact that the third period statistically is the Jackets' worst period. They've given up 18 more than they've scored. So we'll see if that trend follows here in period number 3. 20 minutes to go before we head to the Olympic break. It's time for the Four Seasons Face-Off, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electric, and generators. And we're underway. The Hawks get control. Puck dumped into the Jacket zone. Played by Greaves. Over to Provorov. He shot it down to the Hawk blue line. Vlasic now to Mikheyev, who collides with Ryan Donato, who tumbles into the Hawk zone. And a little slow to get up is Donato, as the shot from Marchment sails high and wide of the Hawk net. Donato clearly limping now. Has the puck behind the Hawk net, pokes it into the far corner. Marchment and Louis Crevier battle. Puck ends up at the left point. Matejchuk to Fantilli, right circle. Fed it in front. And a submarine play there by Donato on Danton Heinen. Heinen goes for a tumble over the top. And Ryan Donato is going to labor to the Hawks bench.
Yeah, the Blackhawks without a forward, that would take them down to 11, I believe. Make that, that'd be 10 forwards.
Yeah.
Make that. And I think part of that problem was, and it was a good play by Spencer Knight, he dove out to direct a pass that was intended for the Blue Jacket forward in front, ended up tripping a couple of players.
Coyle behind the Hawk net. Floats it to the left point. Werenski, long wrist shot, tipped just wide by Charlie Coyle. Oliver Moore along the left wing boards. Hawk end will stroke the puck out the center ice. Taken back by the Jackets now in their end. Damon Severson with it along the right side boards. The one-time New Jersey Devil will hand it off. Cole Sillinger dropping it now to Monahan at center. He drives it down the right boards behind the Hawk net. Knight whacks it over to Burakovsky, who sends the puck behind the net near corner to Grizzly. Made a bank pass up the right wing that misses Bedard and goes down in the Jacket zone. Severson with a pass now to Werenski. Put it over the center ice, circle Monahan. He had it stripped away. Nazar's got the puck, and he'll backhand it down the left side glass and in behind the Jackets net. And then he chases fellow Michigan Wolverine, Zach Werenski, to center ice. Werenski pokes the puck to the right wing corner Hawk zone. Vlasic put it behind the net to Murphy. He drove it around, but it's held in at the left point by Werenski. And then Nazar takes the puck away for the Hawks. Put it out at center ice on the left wing to Tyler Bertuzzi. He waves the puck to the left wing corner, Jacket zone. And now the puck taken back by Bertuzzi behind the net. Fed it up the slot. Nazar will fire. And that goes wide on a deflection. Murphy right corner. Banks it behind the net. Bertuzzi left corner. Put the puck high slot. Nazar will fire from there. Blocked in front. Hustling play by Murphy. Nearly got to the puck inside the Jackets line, but it ends up at center ice. And Nazar hoping to bank one in off the right side boards. Got a little too much air on this one, and this ends up deflecting into the Blue Jacket bench. So we get a stoppage, 3-0 in favor of Columbus.
John, you mentioned Frank Nazar at the University of Michigan. That's where Zach Werenski also played. They were teammates last year at the World Championships, where Team USA pulled off a huge surprise. They won the gold medal in the World Championships. First time they've done that since 1934.
Now here's a shot from the left wing circle by another Michigan Wolverine, Kent Johnson. Actually, let me correct myself. Isaac Lundestrom firing that shot. In behind the Hawk net, Sam Renzel will chase the puck down near corner. Tried to poke it up the boards and out. Boone Jenner intercepts, moves it back into the corner. Miles Wood. Wood along the right side boards. Checked there by Oliver Moore. Works his way free, but lost the puck. Sam Renzel. Renzel to center ice on the left wing. Runs into Goodbranson as he lifts the puck down the boards and in behind the Columbus net. Dante Fabro leaving it back there for Lundestrom. He'll pass ahead. Here's Fantilli into the Hawk zone on the right wing side. Put the puck down behind the net. Knight strokes it back into the near corner. Grizzlick ahead to Donato. He's back on there. Donato passing to center ice to Mikheyev. Shot it off the boards and down behind the Jackets net. Dickinson hustling in on Matejchuk. Leaving the puck there. They're pressing it against the end boards, and the yellow dasher now pulled out of there by Mikheyev, but then taken back by Heinen. And Mikheyev leans on him. Heinen put the puck over, and Provorov carries to center ice. Gave the puck to Marchment across the Hawk line. From the left point, tried to center. This is taken away by Dickinson. Passing to Mikheyev. He's over the Jacket line, top of the left circle. Hands the puck to Donato. Donato left wing corner. Sheds a check from Fantilli. Sweeps the puck behind the Jacket net around to the right wing boards. Renzel there will poke it back in behind left wing corner. Donato, he angles one in on goal. Deflected over the net by Dickinson. Renzel got it back top of the right circle. Put it to the corner to Mikheyev. Sends it left point. Vlasic. He'll hold. Then flips it in front. Hit the post. Oliver Moore got a stick in there. and it looked like it hit the near post and ricocheted away. There was a loose puck in the crease there for an everlasting second.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened, John. And a good hesitation there from Alex Lassick. He just waited for things to open up a little bit. It did go off his stick. Might have been Ollie Moore's, and then, as you mentioned, off the near post. That's 2 posts now for the Blackhawks.
There's Connor Bedard hustling to a loose puck in the left wing corner Jacket zone. Was beaten to it there by Severson, who pokes it in behind. And Provorov will drive the puck around the left wing side down into the Hawk end. Grzelcyk had it for a moment, lost the puck. Sillinger fires from the right circle, turned out of there by Knight. Sillinger again along the right side boards. Decides to flip the puck down behind the Hawk net. Crevier gave it a ride around, but not out. Werenski down the left wing side tried to center the puck. This is picked off by Teuvo Teravainen. He'll skate with the puck to center and dump it down the boards behind the Jackets net. Burakovsky got there, poked it away into the near corner, but right to Sillinger. Sillinger skating up the right wing to center ice. Will drop the puck down the boards behind the Hawk net, get off on a change.
Cole Sillinger's been pretty effective in this game. I don't think he has anything point-wise, but just the way he moves. Number 4 up front, he's got great speed. He's had really good chemistry on that line, along with Charlie Coyle and Matthew Olivier, and he's a speedster.
Here's Donato into the Jackets' own right point to Murphy left point. Long wrist shot that's into the glove of the goaltender, Greaves. And now Nazar pushing and shoving, along with Murphy pushing and shoving with a couple of the Jacket players. The linesmen intervene. They all kind of gather along the near glass in the Columbus zone. Looks like order has been restored. 13:59 left in period number 3. Columbus 3 and the Hawks no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Give people a place to gather and make fire the focal point of your home again. With a majestic fireplace or insert, you'll enjoy the warmth and ambiance of fire with contemporary style and the latest technology. Whether you're looking for wood, electric, or gas, indoors or out, Majestic offers a broad range of sizes and styles. Visit their showroom on Bowes Road in Elgin or call for a free estimate. 847-741-5903. 847-741-5903. House of Fireplaces, giving you a warm feeling since 1953.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter. Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500. On air and on smart devices worldwide.
Well, the speed of the game is sponsored by Chicagoland Jiffy Lube. Visit your local Jiffy Lube today for a quick quality oil change that gets you in and out in a jiffy. One of the speediest centers to ever play for the Chicago Blackhawks, Denny Savard. 65 years old today, John.
Savoir-faire.
And you're going to love this story. He shares a birthday with the 2 line mates he played with for 3 years with the Montreal Juniors back in Verdun, Quebec. And they were all named Denny. Denny Cyr, Denny Tremblay, and Denny Savard. Le Trois Denis. And the last 2 years they played together, they recorded over 150 goals each year, the line combined. I mean, they were absolutely fantastic. Denny Cyr, of course, the high draft pick of the Calgary Flames. Yeah. And Denny Tremblay never really played in the NHL. But, boy, what a great story. Le Trois Denis. They all were born on the exact same day. All named Denis.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, Dennis Cyr played for a time for the Blackhawks.
Sure did. Yeah, you are correct, sir.
Part of the Blackhawk alumni. Well, the sides are 4 against 4. Columbus is particularly dangerous in this situation. Statistically, that would bear that out. They've scored 4, allowed none. The Hawks have 1, allowed 1. Here's Bedard breaking out of the Hawk zone to center ice. Carries over the Jacket line. Got by Fantilli. Bedard to the right wing corner. Back pass to Moore, right point. He'll walk it through the deep slot, stopping there. Carries back over to the right wing circle. Stopping again. Fed it over left circle. Bedard one-timer. And a blocker save made by Greaves.
It's a Nice pass by Oliver Moore. It was a tough pass, too, because it was through the box, the 4 guys who were out there, and a great one-timer from Bedard.
Now Werenski drops the puck to Fantilli over the center ice circle. He'll in turn drift back into the Jacket zone and drop it off to Matejchuk. Back to Fantilli, breaking into the Hawk zone down the right wing. He'll stop and fire on goal. Stick save made by Knight. Fantilli gave it a ride around to the near side. Burakovsky there for the Hawks. To Grzelcyk back of the net. To Crevier along the left wing boards. He goes rink wide with a pass. Mikheyev darting into the Jacket zone. Hit the brakes at the right point. Fed the high slot. Burakovsky does a spin with the puck to the top of the right circle. Gave it to Crevier, left wing boards. Whips it back over to Burakovsky, right corner, fed it in front for Mikheyev, and Greaves got a stick in there, directing the puck into the near corner.
That was the right idea, and it all started Matt Grzelcyk jumping up on the play, center line drive, the defenseman getting involved, kind of took some players with him, and eventually it was Mikheyev in front of the net. Unfortunately, the Burakovsky pass just didn't connect with him.
Now 12 seconds left in the 4-against-4 situation. Werenski claims the puck between the circles, his end, carries through center, put it into the Hawk zone for Heinen. Tried to send the puck. This comes free to Donato. Penalty box is empty. Back to 5 aside. Donato down the right wing into the Jacket zone. Had the puck stripped off his stick from behind. Werenski got to it. He'll skate it to center and dump the puck down behind the Hawk net. Knight leaving it back there for Alex Vlasic. He made a pass to Nick Foligno. He crosses the Jacket line at the right point, put the puck down to the corner, and then got it back himself. And then Nick was checked off the puck. The other way come the Jackets. Jenner with a pass up the right wing side. Marchment. He skates to the right wing half boards. Hawk zone falls down, lost the puck. Bertuzzi to Renzel into the Jacket zone. To Foligno, top of the right wing circle. Put it down to the right wing corner. Bertuzzi to Foligno, right circle again. Put up aside the net to Dickinson. He waved a backhander wide. High slot now. Here's a shot from Murphy. Block. Murphy got it back right circle. Pulls in. Fires. Just missed the net. Puck ricochets to the left wing boards. Dickinson's got it there. And then Marchment strips it off his stick to center ice. Dickinson took it back. Carries back down the left wing into the Blue Jacket zone. Waves it off the end boards over to Foligno along the right boards. And he'll return it back in behind the Jacket net. But this is broken up by Severson, who directs it around to Matejchuk, and he'll clear to the Hawk blue line. Landon Slaggert there. To Dickinson down the left wing Jacket zone from the corner fires. That's blocked. Vlasic fires from the high slot. That hit the inboards and ricochets out. Hustling play by Slaggert to move the puck to the near boards, and then finishes Fabro with a body check. Lundestrom to the puck, flips it to the Hawk blue line, and Vlasic's got it now on the Hawk end. Vlasic carrying to center ice. We'll drop it off the right side boards and down behind the Blue Jacket net. Fabro got to it there. Winds it around to Monahan, and he'll just direct the puck to center ice. Vlasic then made a pass, picked off by Provorov, Jacket line. They move it ahead. Olivier, right wing side. Hawk zone fires a shot, and then Knight is down with a butterfly save and holds the puck. Whistle stopping play. They registered that wrist shot at 86 miles per hour. That Olivier is just becoming the full package.
Yeah, you can see why he's got 4 goals in the last 8 games, plays with plenty of confidence. And how about this Columbus Blue Jacket team? A couple of years ago, they had 66 points. That was worst in the Eastern Conference. Then last year, they almost made the playoffs, 89 points. They were just a couple points behind the Montreal Canadiens. They had a better goal differential than the Montreal Canadiens. Montreal was minus 20 last year. Columbus Blue Jackets a +5. And, of course, they had that tragic incident before the season started. Johnny Gaudreau and his brother killed in just a horrific bike accident. Both brothers on bikes got killed by a drunk driver. And, it could have decimated a team, and I'm sure it did, emotionally. But they really fought, and they dedicated the season to Johnny Gaudreau and his family. And, boy, they almost made the playoffs. And this year, they're still on the outside looking in. But should they win tonight, they'll just be a couple points behind the Islanders with a game in hand on them.
And a lot of room at the end of the season. They got 25 games left after the Olympic break. And as you know, Steve, an awful lot can happen in that time frame.
Mm-hmm. I certainly, if they do make the playoffs, I wouldn't want to play them in the first round. No. They are built for the playoffs.
I totally agree. And pretty healthy team, too. Here's a shot from Sillinger from the top of the left circle Hawk zone that deflects up and out of play, and a whistle will stop play. 9:23 left in the third. 3-0 Columbus. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
WGN Radio News at the top and bottom of the hour.
WGN.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
And now for a limited time, get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
What if you could restore blood flow to someone's failing lungs in a matter of seconds? Our patient Mike had hard-to-reach blood clots deep in his lungs that were putting his heart under major duress, causing it to fail too. He could hardly climb a few steps. But thanks to a procedure pioneered by the Northwestern Memorial Hospital Interventional Cardiology Team, we cleared the clots with a minimally invasive procedure.
Anchored by the top heart and vascular program in Illinois by U.S. News and World Report, only Northwestern Medicine had the solution to save Mike. Tiny balloons were used to gently open the delicate vessels and restore blood flow. Northwestern Memorial Hospital was the first in Illinois to master this breakthrough method.
As Mike's nurse, I'm proud to have been a part of his journey from oxygen tank to breathing like a kid again.
Northwestern Medicine. What makes us better makes you better.
Jiffy Lube's quick, quality 15-minute oil change service means your car will be ready before you know it. You'll find yourself saying, "Already ready?" With Jiffy Lube, you'll be in and out in a jiffy.
Back to Columbus, John Weideman and Steve Conroy for Chicago Blackhawks hockey. While we were away in the break, they recognized the two Olympians that are on this Columbus Blue Jackets team, Zach Werenski and goaltender Elvis Merzlikins, who will be a goaltender for Latvia. But a real nice moment in the building, the fact that they took the time out to recognize the two that had worked so hard to earn that distinction. And the Blackhawks have two members of their staff, their team, I should say, that are going to the Olympics as well. Teuvo Teravainen is going to play for Team Finland. And, of course, Anders Sorensen is going to go help the coaching staff with Team Sweden. So we wish them all the best of luck and good health, and may the Olympics be one that we'll never forget.
Yeah, what a great experience for those guys.
Yeah.
Being able to represent your country and just the experience of being in northern Italy.
Now, Werenski put the puck in front of that to Heinen. He fires a shot, turned out of there. Loose puck, Fantilli fires from the slot. And that's
Knight.
Blocked, and Spencer Knight is down in the crease, and a penalty is going to be called. Spencer has lost his headgear. He was laying back with his head inside the goal, and now he sits up and looks at one of the game referees as if to say, "You didn't call that? Did you not see that?"
Chicago, number 46, 2-minute minor penalty, tripping.
That's going to be the penalty call.
Yeah, he went palms up, but I don't think Spencer Knight realized that Louis Crevier had tripped the Columbus Blue Jacket player, and this is the first power play on the night for the Columbus Blue Jackets. The player who toppled into Spencer Knight ended up knocking off his helmet mask, and I think maybe it was the leg. It was Zach Werenski actually who jumped in from the point. And that caught him right in the helmet. Thank goodness he had that mask/helmet on, because boy, that skate was right up around his neck.
Steve, I just had a Clint Malarchuk flashback right there. Do you remember that incident?
Gosh, I sure do.
Steve Tuttle was a St. Louis Blues player who just couldn't stop himself, and he tumbled into Clint Malarchuk, and Tuttle's skate clipped Clint Malarchuk around the neck. And if not for the quick thinking of a man named Jim Pizzatelli, who was a chopper pilot in the Vietnam War and a medic, sticking his thumb in the artery of Clint Malarchuk, Malarchuk might be gone today. So quick thinking by Jim Pizzatelli.
Yeah.
Tragedy averted. So the Hawks are on a penalty kill now. Mikheyev has the puck and darts back through center over the jacket line and fires from the top of the left circle. And Greaves makes the glove save and nearly dropped it on Mikheyev's stick, who was crossing the front of the jacket.
You know what happened, John? He couldn't get out of his glove, and he tried 2 or 3 times. When it finally came out, Mikheyev was right on the doorstep.
Now Jackets out of the Hawk zone. Marchment coughed up the puck in the corner to Murphy. Murphy carries behind the net. Put it around to Teravainen in the far corner. He decides to skate it ahead. Floats it ahead to Slaggert with some speed over the jacket line. Left circle. Stopping there, he'll bat it back down to Matt Grzelcyk at the Hawk blue line as the Hawks rag a little time off the penalty clock. Then Grzelcyk fires it back ahead to center ice to Teravainen. who flips it back to Grzelcyk in the Hawk zone. Over to Murphy, back to Grzelcyk. Passing up the left wing, Jason Dickinson, center ice. Over to McKayev. Back to Murphy, Hawk zone. Over to Grzelcyk along the left boards. It's a game of keep away by the Hawks.
Just need to start playing Sweet Georgia Brown right now.
Well, they killed off about 25, 30 seconds successfully there.
Oh, yeah.
Down to 40 seconds on the Jacket power play. Here's Kent Johnson into the Hawk zone. He turned the puck over to Spencer Knight, and he'll do it all by himself, and he clears the puck all the way down.
Good stand-up by the defenseman, though. That's why Kent Johnson lost it. There was no room whatsoever, and it was Grzelcyk and Murphy just making a stand at their own blue line.
Jackets attack into the Hawk zone. Matejchuk dumps the puck to the left wing corner. Murphy got to it there. Pokes it over to Slaggert. Put it behind the net to Vlasic. He'll pump it up the left wing side and down into the Jacket zone. And Hawks will be back to full strength here momentarily. Louis Crevier. He steps out of the box. Hawks are at full strength. It's sponsored by Northwestern Medicine Orthopedics on a relentless pursuit of better medicine.
With Wyatt Kaiser being out since the first period, we saw Sam Renzel out there for a little bit on the penalty kill. That's always a good sign. Get a little extra reps.
Renzel behind the Hawk net to a loose puck. Drives it around up the left wing side. Nazar hands it off at the Hawk line to Bedard. He's ridden into the boards at the Jacket line, but dumps the puck down behind the Blue Jacket net. And Fabro got to it along the left wing boards. Clears it down to the Hawk blue line. And Renzel strokes the puck ahead to Burakovsky. He's over center ice and then over the Jacket line. To Bedard to the right wing corner, who launches a shot over the Jacket net. Goes around to the left point. Grzelcyk held it in. Gave it to Renzel. He fires from the right point, and that's into the glove of Greaves. He'll hold on. Whistle stops play. We're down to 5:48 left in the third. 3-0 Columbus. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, Chicago Blackhawks fans! I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, Chicago fans, when the game's on the line, there's no time to waste. Same goes for selling your house. At Jeff Buys Your House, we make it fast, easy, and stress-free. No drawn-out showings, no waiting for months on the market. Just a fair cash offer from a veteran-owned company that puts people first. Don't let the clock run out. Choose the trusted source. Visit JeffBuysYourHouse.com and score your easy offer today.
When injuries slow you down, you need a team that knows how to get you back in the game. At Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, their highly trained professionals work together to deliver empathetic, timely, and efficient patient care so you can move better, live better. And if an injury happens after hours, they've got you covered with IBJI Ortho Access beyond their regular clinic hours. Illinois Bone and Joint Institute. Learn more at IBJI.com. That's IBJI.com.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, it's Frank Nazar. Stay with us. Break's over.
We're back to Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio. John Weideman along with Steve Conroy for Chicago Blackhawks hockey. 3-0 Columbus with 5:48 left in period number 3. Time again for the Four Seasons face-off. Your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electric, and generators. Face-off circle to Greaves' left. Frank Nazar will take it against Charlie Coyle. Coyle very strong at the dot. He's above 50% on draws. And the drop of the puck. Nazar goes down. Bertuzzi got the puck. Put it to the right point. Renzel sends it left point. Grzelcyk down to Bedard along the left wing board. Spencer Knight is on the Hawks bench. 6 attackers for the Hawks in an empty net. Teuvo Teravainen along the right board, fumbles a pass, got it back at the point, moves it left point. Grzelcyk, long shot from there. Hits Severson, who was crossing in front of his net. And the puck cleared around by Severson off the glove of Grzelcyk down to the Hawk blue line. Sam Renzel there to get it. Down to 5:18 left in the third. There's Renzel carrying to center, giving it to Grzelcyk, left wing side to Frank Nazar over the center ice circle, then over the Jacket line. Hard wrist shot from the high slot is into the glove of Jet Greaves, and he holds on.
Well, should the Columbus Blue Jackets hold on for this victory, it's 3-0 with 5:07 to go. Rick Bowness, the new head coach of the Blue Jackets would be 10-1. 10 wins and 1 loss since he replaced Dean Evanson. That was back January 12th of this year. And should they win this game, the 7 wins, there'd be 3 shutouts sprinkled in there. So they're doing a great job defensively.
We'll have to see. But imagine that. 10-1 to start your career with a team. Not many guys have done that. Grzelcyk doubling back into the Hawk zone, grabs the puck ahead of Coyle, and loops with it back in behind the Hawk net, then out. He'll drop the puck in the Hawk zone to the oncoming Connor Bedard. He gains center ice on the right wing, whips it down the glass behind the Jacket net around to the left wing corner. And good Branson trying to pin the puck against the dasher and milk the clock. Had it pulled free. Bertuzzi's got the puck near the left point. Had it poke checked away by Monahan, who skates to a loose puck in the Hawk zone with an empty net. He shoots and scores. 4-0 Columbus. 4:27 left in period number 3. Hopefully that's the last time we have to hear that cannon tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately for Tyler Bertuzzi, trying to handle a puck just inside the blue line. It jumped on him, and then it was poked off of his stick by Sean Monahan, who was off to the races. An empty net. Sam Rinzel tried to get back, couldn't. Tyler Bertuzzi smashed his stick in disgust, and it ended up breaking. 4-0 to score for Columbus with 4:27 to go.
The goal at 15:33 of period number 3. Monahan's goal into an empty Hawk net. 4-0 is the score as we rejoin the play again. In the far corner, Hawk end. Crevier digging at the puck. Lundestrom has Nick Foligno pinned to the corner boards. Crevier works the puck free. Vlasic's got it behind the net. Passing up the left wing, Oliver Moore. Hawk line, got it ahead to Slaggert over the Jacket line. Fed it in front of the net to Crevier, and he tried to reach out past a couple of Jacket players and poke checked the puck into the net. As it was, he ran into both Fabro and the goaltender, Jet Greaves.
Yeah, I'm glad there's no call on the play because Jet Greaves was trying to play the puck, and he came out of the blue paint. That was part of the reason that Crevier bumped into him, and no call on the play.
Miles Wood passing to Adam Fantilli into the Hawk zone, left wing side. He'll whip the puck down the boards behind the net. Round to the near corner. Connor Murphy plays it back in behind. Put it around at the right wing for Rinzel. It's off his stick. And then a loose puck at the Hawk blue line, gathered in by Ilya Mikheyev. He'll carry through center over the Jacket line, stopping at the right point. Trying to put the puck to the corner. Marchman intercepts for Columbus. Put it out to center ice. Fantilli enters the Hawk zone. To Heinen along the left boards. Firing a shot toward the net. It looked like it hit Fantilli in the hand. And Mikheyev to the puck between the circles, Hawk zone. To Rinzel, center ice on the left wing. He'll wave it down the glass behind the net. Rides around to the right point. Crevier there. Put it in front to Bertuzzi. His stick was all tied up. Puck rolls free to the left wing corner. Bertuzzi got it. Put it in front of the net. Donato had it in his skates in between the circles. Marchman pulls the puck out for Columbus and clears it down to the Hawk blue line. We're down to 2:45 in the game. 4-0 in favor of Columbus. Here's Crevier to the puck. Left wing is center ice. Firing it down the glass, in behind the Jacket net to the far corner. Monahan pokes it in behind. Good Branson sticks the puck around, and it topples over the stick of Grzelcyk and down into the Hawk zone. Grzelcyk back along the near boards with Kent Johnson battling for the puck. Able to get it to Bertuzzi at center. And then he lost the puck, and Monahan will fire it down ice and right in on Knight, who guides it behind the net. Crevier passing it ahead, Bertuzzi into the Jacket zone. He'll dump it to the left wing corner. Fabro there for Columbus. Lifts it out to center ice. Olivier for the Jackets. Strokes it free at the Hawk blue line to Coyle. And he'll flip it off the end boards and glass behind the Hawk net. Vlasic's got it there. 1:50 left on the clock for the hockey game. Vlasic to Murphy along the right boards. He'll skate the puck to the Hawk blue line. Go rink wide with a pass. Burakovsky into the Jacket zone near the left point. Tried to pass it back across the rink. Olivier intercepts for Blue Jackets and then shot it ahead for Sillinger. This pass misses and goes down, and icing's called.
You know, early in this hockey game, John, the Columbus Blue Jackets really aggressive on their forecheck. F1 and F2 were basically on each of the Chicago Blackhawks defensemen. And now that they've got the comfortable lead, even when it was 3-0, it's a 1-1-3. They've got one guy with pressure, the second man kind of backing him up, but he's behind him, and then 3 guys along the blue line. And the other thing they do, they track back really hard. All their forwards, even if they're in the offensive zone forechecking, they come back extra hard, Not a lot of room and space for the Blackhawks to make any kind of plays in this hockey game.
We have the Four Seasons Face-Off, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electric, and generators. In the Jacket zone, Moore firing from the right point. Stick save made by Greaves. 114 away from a shutout is Jet Greaves. Here's Matthew Olivier down the left wing into the Hawk zone. He carries behind the net. Put it around to the right wing corner. It's sent out to the right point to Severson. Moves at left point now. Matejchuk will dump the puck to the left wing corner. And Olivier pokes it in behind the net. This is picked off by the Hawks. Renzel passing it ahead to center ice. Actually now to the Hawk blue line. Burakovsky, who drops it back into the Hawk end. We have passed the 5-minute mark a little while ago. Take 5 oil change. Take 5. The stay in your car 10-minute oil change. Crevier at center ice. Knocked off his feet by Wood. Jackets get the puck back. It's cleared by Lundestrom down behind the Hawk net. Nick Foligno took it there. And then Foligno becomes entangled with Boone Jenner against the end boards. 26 seconds left in the game. Here's Fabro with the puck right point. Put it down in behind the Hawk net. Jenner will carry it away to the far boards. Checked off the puck. Bertuzzi's got it to Nick Foligno, center ice. A long dump in from there. Greaves goes down on his knees to stop it with his pads and stick. 6 seconds left in the game. Loose puck along the right wing boards. Fabro clears to center ice. Time ticks off the clock. And Jet Greaves has stopped them all here tonight. He picks up his second shutout of the season, the 4th of his career. And the Blue Jackets win tonight 4-0 over the Blackhawks. They also win the season series. 2 wins against no losses.
An important win for the Columbus Blue Jackets. We mentioned it, 7 in a row, 10-1 under new head coach Rick Bowness. But more importantly, they are only 2 points behind the New York Islanders in that Metropolitan, the top 3. So they are just outside of the top 3. They still haven't cracked into the wild card spot. They're still 3 points behind the Boston Bruins. But as I mentioned, just 2 points behind the Islanders. They do have a game in hand. And a pretty convincing victory here against a Chicago Blackhawk team who I thought came in here with tons of confidence. A big win against the San Jose Sharks. They just came up a little bit flat tonight and end up losing this game 4-0.
On top of that, Steve, might have lost Wyatt Kaiser for a little time. He was injured in the first period, did not return to the contest. Colton Dock also left this game sometime during the second period. So we're not sure about the statuses of those 2 young men. Hopefully with the Olympic break coming up and the lengthy break of 3 weeks, those guys will have a chance to rest a little bit, recuperate, and get back in the lineup when everybody reconvenes.
Yeah, let's hope so. And unfortunately, the Blackhawks just couldn't use their speed like they normally do. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's just the way the Columbus plays, but did a real good job of clogging up the neutral ice area.
Final shots on goal. The Hawks had 22. Columbus had 20. And Greaves stopped them all for Columbus, who won tonight 4-0. We'll tell you more about it right after we take this break. This is Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, hockey fans. It's Chris Chelios. What are you sipping tonight? El Bandito Yankee is a new ultra-premium tequila that is 100% pure and natural with no additives. Just 100% blue agave. El Bandito Yankee Tequila is the most flavorful Blue Weber agave in the world. Now available at Benny's, Mariano's, Jewel, and Woodman's. Go to elbanditoyankee.com to learn more about what makes us so damn good.
Hey, Mom. It's me. Oh, my gosh. You'll never believe what I just opened for Valentine's Day. A sapphire ring from Helzberg. Just like the one I lost years ago. Remember how excited I was when you gave it to me? I cannot believe you remembered that story. I guess you were right. I really found the one.
This Valentine's Day, create a moment that means something with up to 40% off gifts at Helzberg. Shop in store or at Helzberg.com.
Hi, this is Dave Musio, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, and I want to guarantee you a breakdown-free winter. Did you know that a dirty furnace costs more to operate and can lead to higher utility bills and untimely breakdowns? Now is the time to schedule your Four Seasons furnace tune-up and save $50. A Four Seasons furnace tune-up includes a 35-point inspection, complete cleaning, and we calibrate every component of your furnace. So call today.
For all the right reasons, call 866 Four Seasons.
Hey, it's Spencer Knight. Catch Lisa Dent weekday afternoons at 2. Now back to the action.
We're back to Columbus. John Weideman along with Steve Conroy for Chicago Blackhawks hockey. Right now, folks, I'm going to describe this scene to you. Standing over the center ice circle are both Zach Werenski and Elvis Merzlikins, carrying the flags of their respective countries. As we were in the break, they reintroduced Merzlikins and Werenski, and each carried their country's flag out onto the ice, and, to a huge round of applause, obviously. And Werenski carried the American flag out, and kind of a nationalistic moment for those of you like me who love that kind of thing. I love that kind of thing. As Werenski skated the puck around the rink, he heard chants of USA, 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 which, of course, were made famous during the 1980 Miracle on Ice Olympics, where the U.S. beat the Soviet Union and ended up beating Finland for the gold. But nonetheless, it's kind of nice that they get recognized that way. The hockey world gets a chance to see that. I know there's a lot of video on that. You'll probably see it tonight on any of your highlight shows that you may watch. But I really found it kind of nice to see and very worthwhile. I hope the hockey world can appreciate what these guys do.
Yeah, and I hope fans can appreciate what you did tonight too, John. And fans might be unaware at home listening, but you're playing injured tonight, and you didn't complain. You put your head down, you worked through it, and nobody knew the better. But if they were to see you, they'd know that you're injured. Do you care to share?
I will. Folks, I can be a bit of a klutz. I'll admit to that. And it was before we were going to get on the bus to come over here. I thought, I'll shave real quick. So I got out the razor and, put what it was. I put some soap on my face. Actually, people that are into skincare would say you never do that, but I did because I thought I'm just going to get a quick shave. I got a little too quick on the shaving part around my mouth, and I ran the top of the razor over my lip. I cut myself, and I thought, oh, geez, I cut myself. I didn't think anything of it. The thing would not stop bleeding for an hour and a half. And finally, I got this stuff that they gave me at the hotel. It's a coagulant. It's a powder that you can put on the scab, and it stops the bleeding, and it worked. And so I thought, all right, you just burrow through it. I mean, there's so many people in this world that have so much worse to deal with than I do, Steve. I mean, our partner, Troy Murray, comes to mind. And Troy, if you're listening, we love you, man. You take care. And hopefully we're going to see you real soon. But anyway, that was part of the night, and you just kind of take it in stride.
Well, way to play through it. The true professional.
Happy to do it, brother.
Yeah.
Well, we had a good one to talk about tonight for a little while, but this didn't go the Hawks' way. The Blue Jackets won 4-0. Any final thoughts about what you saw tonight?
Well, it was kind of an uncharacteristic game for the Blackhawks. I wonder, obviously why Kaiser going down early and then Colton Dock, that kind of upsets the chemistry. Maybe the guys were thinking about the break a little bit, and they just didn't seem into it. And it's unfortunate because it would have been a great way to kind of end this little run here with a couple of big wins.
Well, we'll see what they do on the backside of it. Steve, I know I'm going to spend some time with my wife and my family during the break. What do you have planned?
Yeah, nothing major. I've got some Notre Dame Fighting Irish hockey in mid-February. And then, you know what? Who knows? Maybe we'll just grab a Southwest flight somewhere warm and spend 3 days there.
Man, I like that. That's like calling an audible. Omaha. Let's go to Florida. Great job with the color, Steve. We'll do it again on the backside of the break.
You as well, John. And way to play injured. I love it.
You got it. Big thanks as well to our outstanding engineer here in Columbus. He puts up with me, so he's got to be outstanding. DR Railsback. He always takes care of us. He also engineers Ohio State sports. Thank you very much, DR. Big thanks to the hardworking crew at our flagship station tonight. The captain was Brett Jackson. He gave Krista the night off. He had a little help tonight from Tony Donardis and Eli Burke, along with Jack Heinrich. Big thanks as well to all of the Blackhawk fans who came here to Columbus at Nationwide Arena. There were a bunch of them here. I'm looking down. There's still a bunch of them inside the arena. Thank you, one and all. If you happen to be listening to our broadcast, we thank you as well, and we would encourage you to please drive safely wherever you may be going. We save our final thanks of the night for our good friend Charlie Romeliotis, who got us through Blackhawk Central pregame, through the intermissions. He's going to get you to wherever you may be going in the Flight by Yuengling Chicago Blackhawks radio post-game show. Flight, the next generation of light beer. For everybody I mentioned, I'm John Weideman from the Nationwide Arena here in Columbus, Ohio. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN. Charlie's got your post-game show, folks. Have a great and safe Olympic break. See you on the other side. Here's Charlie right now.
The game is in the books, and the Light by Yingling Chicago Blackhawks radio postgame show is on the air on the Blackhawks Radio Network. Here's Charlie Roumeliotis.
Welcome to the Flight by Yingling Chicago Blackhawks radio postgame show. Charlie Roumeliotis here in our downtown Chicago